Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of Night Quest with Doodle and CMoney. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us today. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Now, as you know, it's Night Quest, which means
Yes.
it's not only Doodle and myself. No. It's Tuesday night, so we have a guest, and our guest tonight is the homie who's been here so many times. We love it. We're so thankful that he keeps coming through. The homie, Pharaoh Bazaar. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. I appreciate you, fam.
Hey, no problem. It's great to be back.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for
No funner place to be on a Tuesday night.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, homie.
Yes.
At least not on the internet. That's
a good, clarification to make.
Yeah, good on
for sure. I feel that. But yes, man. It's fucking Tuesday, man. This is good stuff. I don't know if you guys see, but this has been Xbox's week. Looks like the week's gonna continue on as well with more Xbox stuff popping. But man, we are eating good. I'm telling you, we saw dope ass fucking deep dive into Indiana Jones, which is coming out in a month, which looks fantastic. We got another documentary, even deeper dive documentary on South of Midnight. Oh my god! Which, based off all this, I feel like it's coming sooner than later in 2025. Seems like they're wrapping up pretty good. So we got a lot of great news, and then part of me was thinking, man, it's tough. It's tough right now to be a PlayStation fanboy, to be a galloper, because, well, I see all this news coming out of Xbox. It's like, man, how come, there's nothing for us? And then I was like, oh snap, look at PlayStation coming through, and they put out a video. Oh my god, they put out a video. I don't know if you two had the pleasure of seeing this video. But
plus now, whatever something they call it.
Yeah. Whatever the thing is, I gotta tell you, it sums up exactly what the future looks like for PlayStation. We're gonna watch it together a little later. But yo, to be a PlayStation dude right now is crazy. Did you I don't know if you saw the what's his name? I forget his name. The guy who was saying things are a 4070.
Yes.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, but the guy who really went hard in the paint with Hargeet, like trying to say that there's a 4070. You guys are crazy. You don't know nothing about technology. It's better than a 4070.
Tech that's never been out yet.
Hargeet's not on Twitter, so it couldn't be on Twitter.
No, it wasn't on Twitter. It was on the show he was on.
Then I missed it. Then.
They're saying it in the chat. There you go. Yeah. The tech guy.
He's been interesting. This entire generation, he's been interesting.
So now he's out here talking about Xbox people and putting on shows that we should have. Our show's on Tuesday, but what we should have done.
Okay.
And other people like us who don't have a show, on Monday or whenever it is, that we should have already covered this stuff. Emergency meeting. You're saying like, oh, life's changing. Let's go right now. Let's do this, because if not, then we're not true Xbox fans, right? Or I don't know. Maybe we just wait till both of them come out Monday and Tuesday. Do a show on Tuesday. Listen, let's just say, the circus moved out the town. Like, the circus is gone. They're gone for sure, but they left the clown.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? The circus is gone, but they definitely left the clown for sure. I mean, that's just the facts at this point. You know what I'm saying? That being said, go ahead.
I haven't seen a single diehard pony justify the performance game.
Whoa. Farrell, I don't know if you saw our last episode. I should have made the comment so everybody knows. We have to call them gallopers now.
Yes.
For whatever reason, we got flagged on YouTube for animal abuse. I think they thought that because somebody just slap that is so crazy. Call them gallopers now, okay? And yo, that's how hard we go here, okay? I promise you, ain't none of these other dudes got flagged by YouTube for animal abuse.
All right. Okay.
All right. So you got to change. It's gallopers. Okay. The gallopers are running wild.
The things we say, right, about them, they can only think that these are actual animals.
Yeah.
Like, these can't be real people.
Oh, man.
I couldn't believe it.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. So yeah, they're gallopers now. Okay, we got to change it up. It's wild.
I haven't seen a lot of hardcore gallopers justifying their justifying the performance gains they're getting on their PS Pro. They like it. I've seen a lot of the hardcore ponies say they like their Pro and the new special background they get, dynamic background that Xbox has had for 2 generations now.
Yeah, for sure.
and stuff like that. So but yeah, I mean they like their
listen, we said it here. Like if they bought it, they wanted to buy it and they could afford it, or if they're willing to miss a mortgage payment or a rent payment to get their Pro,
sell it to their girlfriend,
or sell their girlfriend their old one for full price.
Yeah.
So
so Pharaoh, would you trick someone that you love into giving you $500?
To be fair, we're putting a lot on his relationship. He said his girlfriend, he didn't say the love of his life. He might just be some side chick that he got to, spend $500 on an old PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that is kind of what it's going for retail, right? That's the disc.
I mean,
version.
technically.
Yeah, he sold it to her at retail.
I mean, she could have waited till Black Friday, but Oh, but I think it's the original one. I don't think it's the slim.
Yeah,
I think she got the fat bitch.
Yeah, I got the fat.
You
bitch.
stop. Right?
Yeah, we still do too.
But
ours looks pretty because it has a Spider-Man fucking effing thing on it. It's a problem.
Couldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my peoples.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, that was cutthroat. That was cutthroat.
Like 300 if I had to sell it. Usually I give when I upgrade, I usually just give it away. I don't.
Yeah.
Typically how it goes.
Well, we don't. It just goes into a different room. You know what I'm saying? We just put it different kid. You got 6 kids. That's a lot of people who can.
I got the PS4, I had the PS4 Pro, and then I may have gotten 3 PS4. So one of my PS4s ended up at my friend's house, and I just kind of left it there.
Fuck it.
It's still there. I can always go get it if I want it, but it's here, his kids play
who
it.
Wants
so
it? Who? People barely want the PlayStation 5. Imagine going back to the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Oh my god. But no, needless to say, I mean, listen, it is what it is with these gallopers that are out there. They're excited they got their box. No problem. I mean, listen, if you're just posting about how happy you are,
right? We saw the delivery of the PlayStation 5. So technically it's upgrading. But
it's the glazing that I don't like.
It's claiming that it's something that it's not. That's the annoyance.
What's his name? I like Hip Hop Gamer. I met him back in 2017 at the E3 that I went to. I didn't even know who he was at the time, but I met him, and then I found out that I had met Hip Hop Gamer. Yeah, he's walking around with a bunch of people with this title on him. Oh snap. That's interesting. I thought he was a cosplayer. That's why I wanted to go take a picture with him. But turns out he was Hip Hop Gamer. So, but he was cool. I mean, there was nothing. He was a nice guy, seemed fine. I think he just gets really excited, like really pumped, and then like maybe people say things to him. I don't know, but he gets really, really pumped. So this dude, he was talking about his PS the Pro and saying how it's the same or better than high-end PC gaming. And it's like, bro, don't debats this. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk like this. They
You
already
got-
told you it's not even a 4070, dog. It's not even a 4070. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be looking at no 4080, 4090 saying that we the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like a 3060
There you go.
at
There you
best.
go.
At
Yeah.
best.
yeah, like in the best case scenario ever. Listen. Before we go further, we
Yes.
we can't forget that this is not how we do things. Okay, we got to go and say what's up to our mother effing people, our homies who are here live with us right now, rocking out. Before we do that, though, we do have to shout out our elite members. That's right,
Yes.
the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, and Spoon Man. And of course, we have our YouTube Inner Circle members, our brothers Big Migs Gaming and Coach Hoodie Canuck. We
Woo.
really
Thank
appreciate you
so
guys. It
much.
means a lot to us for supporting us in those upper tiers, man. So thank you so much, man. It means a lot. But of course, and of course, all of our other members, right? Thank you all. We really appreciate all you guys. It does make a difference. And then
Thank you.
you know what it is, man. You guys here live with us right
Yes.
now in the building. It means
Woo.
the world to us, man. You're supporting us in a huge way. So we thank you so much for rocking out with us,
Thank
man.
you,
Now we
guys.
got to
Thank you
talk
for
about
being
who's
here.
the first
We
three
have
up
to.
in
We
this
need to
mother
know.
effer.
Let's go.
I can tell you right now, he was not messing around.
Ooh.
Okay, he was not messing around. He said, "I will not be denied. I will not be denied."
damn.
Coach Hoodie Canuck,
It's the best coach in
First
the business.
one through the door. Thank you,
Yes,
brother,
fam
for being here,
jam.
man.
What's
Appreciate
good?
you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, love.
Says it doesn't want to be anywhere near Avowed. I don't know what he was the first one, and it sounded like he was in the middle
Of
of
the
a conversation
discussion already.
with somebody else. I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know, Canuck, but appreciate you, homie. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
Number 2 in the door. You ready?
Yes.
The homie.
Tell me.
Be nice.
Let's go. Yes.
Thank you, homie, for being here. It says Stalker 2 Game of the Year.
Woo.
You know, it's funny because I think it has a good shot, but I feel like we got a lot. Like we have a lot of contenders for Game
Yeah.
of the Year.
Yes, it's
You know what I'm
tricky.
saying?
It's tricky.
And
I
I'm
was
not
just
talking about
that yesterday.
Yeah, maybe we'll chat about it a little bit, but like Game of the War, not the game, like the Game Awards, obviously it's its own thing, but you know, Game of the Year is the whole year, right? So you got the Indy that looks really, really good. Obviously Stalker 2 looks great. Flight Simulator is going to be a highly scored game, but that's never going to get considered.
You know,
but
Keely's
still,
never gonna.
yeah, Keely's monkey self won't do it, but in general, it should be. Hellblade 2 for sure, absolutely deserves to be in that conversation. I mean, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. It's gonna be a crazy thing. And then you got all the third parties, right?
And
That have
honestly,
delivered.
Call of Duty should be in
Oh,
there,
yes, that's
too.
what
Yeah.
thank you
It
for
should be.
100%. Thank you for bringing
Yeah,
that up.
I think it's gonna be a lot of recency bias. I think a lot of games that came out in the first half of the year, I think a lot of them stand a chance to kind of be somewhat forgotten because the end of the year is coming on really strong.
It is. That is the truth.
And the
then
Stalker,
we got
Stalker hits, it has a good game and it has a good story behind it with the
Yeah.
developers and everything.
I feel like you can see that speech. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
see on Keely's stage them going up there. Remember, they're not as much as like I almost forgot that Xbox actually has nothing to do with them. Like Xbox is not publishing this game. This is literally just a Game Pass deal. That's all this is. Like there's no other connection. So it's like they have a shot because it's really just a third party who took a Game Pass deal,
Yeah,
and
it's
it
easy
feels
to
a lot more
connect it.
connected.
Yes, because they were so
And
present
it's
and
only
they
releasing on Xbox and
yeah.
PC, right?
Yeah,
But
but
it's
Xbox did go the extra mile of like helping them get out of the
oh
Ukraine,
yeah, for
helping them
They
get
sure.
were so
reestablished.
present in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
they didn't
but
take
Keely
advantage of the
wouldn't
situation,
necessarily
which is cool.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But Keely wouldn't
No,
feel like like it's not
that
Xbox
would
getting the
actually
win.
hinder the situation, right? To him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We
So like if Soccer won, it would not be a Xbox victory. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's a hey, the game that won game of the year is only on Xbox right now and is, you know, and is in Game Pass. That's what Xbox gains from it, but it's not their game, right?
Yeah.
It's I keep forgetting that they're not like they're literally not publishing the game. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I feel like people forget about Hellblade 2. Hellblade was amazing. Like it was
Yeah.
amazing. I still got to go back to it because I want to get the like I actually want to get 1,000. Like I never that's never part of my real thought process, but I just want to like I feel like I want to get 1,000 on that one. So we'll see what comes from it. We'll see what comes from it. We do have to get to number 3 in the building.
let's go.
We had a nice little pause. First one was Culture of the Canucks. Second was Be Nice. Number 3 in the building. The Budster. That's right. Sup, everyone?
Excuse me. Let's
Sup,
go.
sir? Thank you for being
What's
here, man.
up?
Appreciate you.
Thank
Appreciate you.
you.
So, yes, it's the dope feel to having our homies here. So we appreciate y'all. Let's get oh my god.
Oh boy.
At least the face got fixed a little bit, right? That other face was a
Oh,
monster.
shit. Why would
Mike.
Oh shit! Look at that Dreamcast
oh,
guy.
Oh my god. Mike Hunt's Harry from the back. Oh my god. With that $2 super chat. I love my new girlfriend. 500 and reads Braille for the win. Wow. God darn it. That's wild. That's wild. Interesting. All right. Shout out to the rest of our homies who are here, man. For sure. We got Kate in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. I see our boy Erican. What's going on, man? Says he's super hyped for Stalker 2. I feel that. Absolutely. Music 72. Oh my god.
Yo, what's good?
Hopefully T-Bag and Jeff.
Damn.
Oh my god. Becca in the building. What's going on, homie?
My girl. What's
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, fam. Oh my god. Listen to this. Music 72 says, give CMoney a break. It's not easy dragging that step ladder around.
It's not.
This is not cool, man. Not cool. David Cohen, what's up, man?
Yo,
Thank
what's
you for
good,
being
David?
here, bro. Appreciate you. Oh,
here.
he brings up Spiral completely. Like, forgot that thing dropped today.
Yes.
It was a Game
Yeah.
Pass. David
Shout out
says
to David.
this is a big year because Xbox Game Pass Ultimate $15 tier keeps delivering day one game. What $15 tier? $20 tier. Don't confuse me. Ultimate $20 tier keeps delivering day one games, and not just any, but I'm talking Activision. Oh yeah, Spyro is finally on Xbox Game Pass, which is awesome. You know, this is thank you for bringing this up. Thank you for being here, brother. This is the funny thing, right? We were all like kind of antsy about the idea of like, all right, when are we gonna get these, Activision games, right? Like when are we gonna get these things? And it's like, as we slowly been getting them, right? You start to realize like each game is like its own moment. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really have like shovelware games. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, just here's a bunch, right? Like,
Yeah.
like they're giving us, they're bringing them out as they need, and they're getting their moments, right? And this is a dope moment, to be able to be like, oh snap, the trilogy's in there, right? Now we can
You have
let the
to
girls
respect
play.
the IP, You can't
Yeah.
just throw them all in there and say, yeah, here you go. We close that deal, so here are all the games. Just because, we have something to prove out there. That's not the way they should handle that. So
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, I
glad that
thought it
this
would be.
is the way they're doing it.
I thought it would be faster, but I'm appreciating the way that it is happening. Farrell, did you think that this was gonna be like this, where they were gonna kind of drip feed them out, or did you think they were gonna do a bigger kind of like dump on them?
At one point, I did think that they might like do like a initial dump of games, but
Like
I
kind of
never
like they
thought.
did for Bethesda.
Yeah, but I never thought it was gonna be the full wave of like everything that's in the
Got it.
catalog because ABK has such a extensive catalog. But I do like the drip feed because there were so many great Bethesda games that kind of got lost in the dump that they did when they dropped them all at once. Like Prey is like a fantastic franchise, and if it just would have had like its own moment, maybe it would have caught a second life in Game Pass. Not saying
it did get a pretty good like resurgence when it happened.
Yeah,
like,
but it would have been bigger if it got its moment. That's kind of because I'm a big fan of the Prey franchise on the 360 days. So that's just one I just
remember
want to point
that
out.
one.
But yeah, I like this. I think another game I can't wait to get its moment is Prototype.
Oh,
When Prototype gets its moment, I mean, I already own the game,
yes.
but it's such a fantastic franchise. That's one that you want people to sink their teeth back into, and when things get a little bit slower, Transformers finally making it in, because we kind of been hearing that for a while. That'll be a nice moment too. Like there's a lot of powerful franchises that fall under the ABK umbrella that I can't wait to see them get their day.
That's all. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I guess it's nice that we have it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's nice that we that we have these things coming at some point, right? Like it's not a concern because we have so much all the time, right? So it's like, oh, like when I saw the news, I was like, oh snap, dope. You know what I'm saying? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It's pretty good, pretty good. I see Razor Ultron in the building. What's up,
Razor
man?
Ultron was good.
Fillmore Pockets.
Yes.
What's going on, fam? Thank you for being here.
Happy
Derek
Tuesday.
Skin Kiss. What's going on, homie? Music 72 with more, son of a gun. Doodle's helping see money with the booster seat. That is unnecessary. Mr. Money,
I
what's
help
going
however
on?
I can, you guys.
No, she
I'm
doesn't.
only one person.
No, not at all. Donis? I was gonna say Donis the Jad. Jonas the Dad. What's up, man? Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you. Oh my god. Let me see who else. Michael Yu in the building.
Let's go.
And of course, he has some numbers for
Yes.
us. Our boy, Michael Yu. What's going on, my dude? Thank you for being here. Says, hi, guys.
Hi, love.
19.52% of Switch users bought Mario Odyssey. And just to be clear, 19.52% of how many Switches? Just wanted to make sure that we get that number. So Michael, hit us up with the actual number, but we know it's high, right? It's way higher than PlayStation. But that being said, 19.52%, 2.29% of PlayStation users bought Astrobot.
Damn.
2.29.
Shame. Wow.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. Farrah, how do you feel? 65.5 million PlayStations out there, and Astrobot comes in with a
1.5.
With a 1.5.
I feel like they rounded up. I feel like it's not even 1.5. They didn't say over 1.5.
Right?
Yeah.
They were just like, it sold 1.5. That's a roundup. You know what I'm saying? That's a roundup for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it for a long time. Like PlayStation has a very big issue of like not having a real fan base. You got these couple Twitter warriors running around acting like, PlayStation has all these fans, but they really don't. No one cares about their games. No one cares about PlayStation itself. They just buy the box, and they love games that are associated with PlayStation, but they aren't quite PlayStation games. That's why you have everyone claiming Final Fantasy VII as a PlayStation game, or claiming this game that's exclusive to the platform just because it hasn't made it over to Xbox or PC yet. They're claiming those games as exclusives when they're not. They're not PlayStation games. They're just games that are on the PlayStation.
Agreed. It's sad. It's sad. No, I mean it is what it is. It's hilarious, right? It's hilarious because the way they were glazing it, they had a problem with the fact that we knew it wasn't going to sell a lot, and they were all hurt. The gallopers very upset that we weren't out here saying, "Wow, it's going to do huge numbers," almost like we don't want to, say dumb stuff, right? Like maybe we don't want to sound like we know nothing by saying that this little robot that nobody cares about is going to sell crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't look like Ghost, God of War, Horizon, or Last of Us, nobody's buying it. The game could be a 10 out of 10. No one's buying it.
I agree.
You ain't lying. Michael Yu continues with the rest of it that says, if PS users bought Astro at the same percentage as Switch users bought Mario, Astro would have sold 12.79 mil.
Now, I mean, listen, this is a little concerning considering the fact that this little bot was supposed to be, the game itself is better than Mario games according to the gallopers. Excuse me, pardon me. To the gallopers, and Michael Yu wants to make sure, just to twist that knife, that that everyone knows that there are 146.04 million Switches out there.
Say that number one more time for the gallopers in the back that didn't hear it.
146 million Switches out there. Let's round it down, right? We know that, PlayStation would have been like 150.
You said 140, right? 140 what?
146.
146. And it was 19 point how much percent?
5.7, I believe.
Man. So that is quite a bit of people who purchased that game. That's what, 146 million. 19.57% is 28.57 million copies.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Like Astro didn't even sell enough to keep the lights on over there.
Oh my god, that one was a moral victory for them. You know what I'm saying?
You think that the developers over at PlayStation are not doing so well because they can't keep the lights on and they're working in the dark?
Hey, maybe at this point, because I mean, I in one of my little groups, I was telling people, I said, in the next generation, I wouldn't be surprised if they're at a spot where they only have like 10 development studios, and then the rest are porting or support studios. Because I mean, they've already shut down like what, 6 in the past 4 years, and Bungie's looking like, if that flops, Bungie might be gone. They got that Fairhaven studio. I mean, Concord only lasted 7 days, so how long does Fair Games have? 10 days?
Dude, have they? Did we hear them officially mention Fair Games? Was it at the end of that? That last thing that we heard from them. Did they actually mention Fair Games? Like, has Fair Games been mentioned at all recently in any official capacity?
I don't think it's been talked about since its reveal trailer.
Somebody, how
it went the way of baby steps.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying, I was about to say, how like we used to hear about baby steps, and now they're gone. I don't know, but it seems a little iffy that there's literally zero word on the street about this game, dude. Like the team, the game, everything. Do they even list them as a studio anymore? Who knows? Right? They might just be gone. I don't know. I don't know. They have a lot of words that they put out there about what their plans are and what they're doing. So we'll see if they're going to do. They said they learned a lot. For all we know, that game got either scrapped or is being redone.
I don't think they learned anything other than they're going to do a lot more beta tests. That's the only thing I think they truly, honestly learned.
Or gates earlier on, because they didn't think they should have done that with their first official live service attempt. No. We don't need no test.
From Concord.
Test? Nah, we're good. We're good. The design alone is going to get us to victory. You know what I'm saying?
No, the funniest part was that they thought that they were such hot shit that you should have to pay to test their game. Their very first live service game.
Man.
That's crazy.
Humble pie is what they had.
That they did.
9 days of it, 12 days of it.
That's crazy.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
But and the funny thing is, like, they learn like one or two things supposedly according to them, and it's like, guys, really? Like, don't even put the letter out. I think that letter was about talking about first about those single player games, and they didn't drop any names in that letter. They just said that they're going to focus on their strengths, and that, you know, single player games, it's what that is, and so they're going to focus on that. And the ponies, the Gallopers ran with it, and now they're celebrating the fact that, you know, supposedly PlayStation is going to go ahead and be making tons of games, but just a warning, they could be talking about remakes, you know. So
you know, like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I mean, that's more than likely what's probably going to keep coming. But that being said,
I hate to be the one to rip the Band-Aid.
Be the bearer of bad news.
Oh, how I hate it. I know I said it with a smile and it doesn't make sense, you guys, but
yes.
Hey, girl.
It's bad over there.
That's fun times. That's fun times. Shout out to Mr. Xbot, Tequila Trance in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Doug Griffin, what is going on, man? Thank you for being here. East Texas, Alex, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Sir Riffs a lot. What's going on, fam? Phoenix Freestar, what is up, player? Ryu are Gaming, our boy. What's up, player? Game Shark, what's going up, dog? How you doing, man? Will Broke Boy Lewis, what's up, man? He says, I say South of Midnight will be a spring release.
I'm right there with you.
I kind of feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that. I was thinking maybe April, but it might even be March, man. Like they might just go from Redfall from
Avowed drops in February.
Avowed in February to South of Midnight in March. I mean, it's a possibility.
Or
game looks great. Or January at the direct, like you were suggesting last time.
Shadow drop.
I mean, that might be dope.
Way to start the year.
I mean, the game, we're going to get into it, but God, does that game look amazing. For sure. Varunkai Spy, what is going on?
What's good? Thank you for being here.
Rodney Sanders in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, bro. Jeremy Brown, what's going on, man? Vince C in the building. What's going on, homie? Big Migs, our boy. Big Migs Gaming, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, man. Outward Lyric, what's going on, player? Good to see you. Look at this. It's so funny that he kept repeating that he is the tech guy to prove his credential. Still, nobody believed him. Well, if you didn't believe him before, you darn sure ain't going to believe him now after all that 4070 talk completely blew up in his face.
Seriously,
does he like post like performance benchmarks or anything like that? Or he just like kind of
tries to, but like in a bootlegger way. Like I saw him try to show, you know how like the LG has like the frame rate monitor on there?
Yeah.
But like it actually doesn't work correctly when it comes to games. Like Digital Foundry has come out and said like don't use that, but then he'll show footage and like look, it's over 60. And it's the TV, is the
Yeah, so
TV bar doing it. It's like, yeah, that's how it works. Good job. You got it. The hottest, the newest tech.
You can't be the tech guy and you're using the same stuff that average Joe Blow is using. Like,
Exactly.
Exactly. It's wild. It's wild. Relski in the building. What's going on, homie? He said, y'all beating on the Gallopers that bad? Apparently. Fillmore Pocket says filthy animals.
That's right. You get it. You get it.
Yeah, you get it, man.
You know what we're
get
talking about.
Abdel in the building. Klutz, what's going on, man? It says
Yo.
TTS, everybody. What's up, fam? Oh, snap. Hargeesh Shani.
was good.
Concord Pissers. Still okay? You know what? I'm almost afraid of the PSSR talk because I almost don't, because they said shocking content. So I don't know if they're thinking that that's the bodily fluids situation because that's one of the labels that is on there. So it's like, I don't know what I think. I feel like YouTube's a bunch of gallopers at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just trying to. They found out who we were, and they're like, no. we got to stop this talk. I can't believe they said animal abuse, yo. That's wild. Chicken Eye, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here, homie. Vinci in the building. What's up, man? Woo Woo Kid, what's going on, homie? What's going on? APIMB, what's up, man? All right. Let's Force One Vlogs, what's going on?
Yes, Phoenix, John Bon Zombie.
Harry
Balzac is committing to a May release.
Harry Balzac. Harry Balzac.
Yeah, I know. Listen, you got it. Cool. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what's happening. So
you
got to give it, a little swag. Don't give into it. He's committing for South of Midnight because he says Redfall and Hellblade 2 released in May. So he's feeling like South of Midnight is going to be dropping in. Yeah.
All right. Listen. Shout out to everybody here, man. Thank you for rocking with us.
Here, you guys.
Let's go ahead
Happy Tuesday.
Let's get it. Go ahead and take my chapter, as they say in French. Is that what they say?
That's what they say in France?
I feel like it.
Let me take my chapter.
See, that's the way I should have said it. I think that would have been more effective in telling the story, All right. So I do have this here. And I have this here. Okay. So, I mean, listen, I want to jump right into it.
Let's go.
We had an amazing showing of Indiana Jones, man. That was the first game they did. So this week, obviously, I'll have it playing in the background with no sound, so nothing crazy goes down. But we had our first big deep dive into the game on Monday. And I don't know if you all saw it. I'll leave it playing while we talk about it. But man, did this hit, bro? This hit so good. Oh my god. Yo, first of all, I gotta say, right now, I have to give Troy Baker his freaking roses, bro. Like this dude, I don't know what he is.
Roses? Damn. See?
Well, not like.
I'm just saying. I told you guys long ago. This freaking give you your flowers nonsense has to stop. Like
That's true.
five, a pound. Props. Flower nonsense just needs.
You did
to
say
stop.
that. You did say that.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You know what? You said it and you basically killed it, right? Like, ain't nobody want to say it no more. But then I started trying to think of how else to say it, and I said the old thing.
Props.
My bad. Gotta give him props.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So shout out to Troy Baker because this dude, bro, I feel like he is
Harrison Ford.
Like Harrison Ford is old as dirt, right? Like we watch
Shrinkage
on Apple TV. on
I don't
Apple
know.
TV.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it. Such a good show. Season 2 just released, and yeah, but he's so good in that
He's
show.
really good in it.
Yeah,
He's still
but
like a
he's
million
yeah,
years old.
he's like he's really old.
Super old for sure. Like I'm sure he looks at this and he's like, "Wow, I looked like that once upon a time." But either way,
He
Troy
sounds
Baker,
old too.
yeah, he sounds old now. Troy Baker, crushing it, right? Like, sounds amazing. Um, but yeah, honestly, like, I don't know how you guys felt when you like Farrell. Did you watch this whole thing already or no?
I did not watch the whole Indy. I watched
Oh,
the South of Midnight
oh, okay. We'll talk about that next. But
documentary. Yeah, but the game, I've
uh,
seen the other stuff leading up to it, and the game looks phenomenal. The voice acting sounds phenomenal. I think we got that like really long trailer, a couple months back when they were on the submarine on the mountain.
yep.
That
Oh, shout
was
out to homie who just passed away. See him on the
Yes.
screen. But yeah, this particular showing of it, it's like 14 minutes long. Doodle and I were watching it, and like I like as we're watching it, like what you don't hear here, like what you don't get here is the sounds, right? Because
uh,
I don't want to play because I don't know what they're gonna do, but um I could tell you right now, like this is like the one thing you got to keep in mind with this game, because I think that there's going to be a lot of people who are expecting this to be like an Uncharted or a Tomb Raider, right? Where Uncharted is more like action, like I would say a little more actiony. Um, and you know, both those games kind of got their inspiration from Indiana Jones, right? But
for sure.
watching this, when you hear the music, when you hear the voice acting, when you notice that the lip syncing is
Oh
perfect,
my gosh, it is. It was such a big deal.
perfect, perfect,
It was such a
perfect.
big deal to me. I can't stand when it's a bit off. It's just perfectly in sync. Yeah, props to them. This was really, really well done.
It is. It's really, really well done, and honestly, it felt like I was watching the movie. Like I was watching a movie, like the story, the way they have the story done, this again, the music, everything, it just hits, man. It put me right in that space. And I really, really, really I'm digging it, man. They're doing phenomenal work. And I gotta tell you, the transition from first person to third person is so smooth, you know, like it's like basically you know, the screen stops and he swings, right? And then the
And you
screen
come right
catches
in.
up.
Yeah.
Like it's so smooth. The transition is smooth. I'm so happy with it. I love the way that the game looks like it's gonna be. It's not gonna be kind of like what I was alluding to, is like this is not like a Uncharted, right? This is not gonna be about nonstop, you know, shooting 56 people,
No,
you know,
this game is about adventure and exploring, and it's more in the question is, is it gonna fluctuate well, right? Is it gonna
like
fluctuate
the pacing.
smoothly? Yes, the pacing. So that'll be something we'll find out once, we've played the game. But um yeah, it's obviously it's about exploring, and you're gonna go ahead and a lot of puzzles and figuring things out. It looks amazing though. They did a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, and even like as I was like you know I love like history and stuff.
Yes,
Not
like
like
the
knowledge of it,
pyramids
guys,
and things like
okay?
that.
So, yes, like those things always, you know, captivated me. Not enough to learn about them, but to look at them and watch movies about them, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like that intrigues me. And immediately like the idea that you're going to be able to take pictures and you know, kind of learn about them. I'm digging the puzzles. I love the story, the way that they're delivering it. I really was impressed. I feel like the graphics are great. It's a very, very well done game. The lighting looks amazing. So I was very, very impressed. Overall, babe, what do you feel when
But
you were watching it?
even this over here, they gave him, he had to dress up and kind of like sneak through. It shows you that it's, you're gonna have, stealth. type of situations going on. You got to sneak around and not be seen. So I do wonder if it's kind of like going to determine, you can determine exactly how you go about it. That is kind of like the layout, and essentially you'll kind of get to figure out how you want to play the game. But it feels epic, you know? They're going to go ahead and deliver that story, right? From the movie, and the music and the environment. So I knew what was coming from the game, so I'm kind of shocked that people were expecting Uncharted, or that type of action going on. And again, it's not that there won't be; it's just how they're going to go ahead and go about it, because there's a lot of more intricacy to this game, in the story. But I was very impressed. I was very impressed that when, like you said, the voice acting, the lip sync was just on point. It was spotless. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I love how, like, but this is another thing, like, when you get hit, right, you feel, like, and you
The
kind
fighting
of
is dope.
feel, yes, he did the slap into the punch again. They show that, and that was so freaking awesome, and it's almost like you feel the force, you feel the fighting, you see the sweat just, like, splash off when he punched someone. But what was really cool is that if he grabs his hat, he heals up, right? So it's gonna be really cool exploring throughout this game, and going to kind of figure out, like, right here with the when he poured in, it looked like blood, by the way, but I'm
Yeah, definitely
assuming,
Probably
did.
wine.
yes,
Probably
I'm assuming
wine.
wine, but it looks like nice and thick consistency. But like, those little puzzles and trying to figure things out, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really intriguing for me. I did really dig the fighting. I feel like I'm gonna have like this is and it's a lot more open world than I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
be.
It's less
Right?
restrained, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah, it
sure
looks
there'll
like you're gonna
be
be able to
aspects of it where it won't be as freeing, but I feel like just like how you get to play, and how you see your character. I think that it's going to be the same thing as you explore, where you're going to go ahead and feel a little more some situations will be more restrained than others. But yeah, it seems like you get to kind of just exploring and let loose a bit. See right
agree.
here, watch when,
It's
yo.
so dope. Like they do it like the movie, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so dope. Like when he pushed the guy, he was like, have a nice fall or something like that, and pushed the guy off the ledge
Well,
or
because these movies have, like, a sense of comedy,
yeah,
they
Yeah.
like comedy throughout, so I feel like that moment right there that we just saw when he hit him with the shovel, like, that was a perfect example of that.
agreed. Agreed. Like even that, right? He's like, no, 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 we're gonna fight, bro.
Yep.
Like we're gonna fight. The guy brings out his gun. He's like, no, we're gonna like, come on, man. Like that's awesome, yo. That's awesome.
I
I
love with the whip how he whooped out the gun
what
from his hand. Yeah, like he snapped it out of his hand. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but like the texture from his leather jacket, like the folding of it and the way that it moves, it's pretty dope.
go slapped him. He did the
I
slap
love the
again right
slap.
there.
I love the slap.
I feel like they nailed it,
That's
man.
like
I
one
feel
heck
like
of a
they nailed it.
disrespectful hit, to another dude. Like, I'm gonna slap you and put you in your place. Like,
Yep,
man.
yep, 100%. Grabbing everything. I saw and like there's that like that perk. It has like RPG elements. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yes.
upgrade your character. And one of the perks you can get is like when you get knocked out, you can crawl to your hat. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lucky hat, and if you reach your hat and put it on, you wake up. Like you
It
get
brings you
back up.
back.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Like, see, like that's
Kind of heals
so
you.
dope, right? Like that's so dope to kind of keep it in the like in the same vein of the actual movies and character, right? Like it's still in character. It's like a that's a comedic nod, right? To be able to go do that. It's like, oh well, his hat, he put on his hat. It's like a superpower, right? That's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Technically, right? It's such a stamp for Indiana Jones to go ahead and his hat is such a big part of it. So it's like,
Oh, it's right here, actually. This part.
there you go.
Look at
Yes.
him. Just gonna crawl over to his hat. That's wild. That's
I'm
wild.
gonna
Shout
have
out
to
to
go
Big
back
Boy
and watch
Mike in
some
the
indie
building. What's
movies,
up,
man.
man?
That's
No,
been such a
bro
long
was
time.
Right?
good.
Listen, we just recently watched the first two not too long ago again, and I think we gotta go watch the third one. But
Oh,
it's right, like we saw it not too long ago, so it's like fresh
nice and
still,
fresh.
and it's like
Yes.
Yeah.
right in the vein of it, man. Like I feel like this is like a part 3 that I'm watching. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
And listen, it also helps that shout out to G Maybe. I don't know if he's in the chat, but he did bring up, he noticed that the song doodle doodle doodle
Yeah.
doo, it's about me. So it's like, wow, okay. That was so awesome. Shout out to G Maybe.
It's about her. You get it, guys?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is about Doodle.
Yeah. So
Got it. Farrah, what are you? I mean, I know you're just seeing this now, but you have seen them. Like, how do you feel about Indy? Like, how do you feel about the game and what you've seen so far?
I feel really good about the game. I think it looks really good. I am admittedly like one of the people that's more leans towards third person, but I love everything that I've seen about the game. I love the set pieces, and the scenes that they do. I love that submarine scene that we saw a couple months back. I think was it at their E3 show that we saw that they had that long playthrough. Was that? Not exactly sure, but
Possibly.
it was a pretty long, like
We have a
7
lot of
minutes.
shows, so it's
Yeah.
hard to like
It's
pinpoint exactly.
hard to keep up.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna hit up this Fight Club, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go down
Fight
there.
Club looks cool.
I'm gonna beat up people. I was gonna say it a different way, and I knew exactly how that was gonna come out, so I'm gonna beat up some people. But
yeah,
continue.
I definitely can't wait to get my hands on this. It'll be a day one play. Yeah, it looks great. I love the whip. I love the how you can slap somebody, how you can, hopefully like the weaker enemies you can beat them just by slapping them up. I would love that. Like just straight.
Yeah, can you
pimp
imagine?
slapping.
Just keep slapping them up,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maybe they just start crying and like say, "Stop it!" You know, they like a galloper. You know what I'm saying? Like it just feel.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they should do.
Enough.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all the mechanics with the game. It really feels like I'm looking at Indiana Jones, a movie, and I'm experiencing it. I have the agency, so I'm looking forward to it. As a person that grew up watching some of these movies, I can't say I watched them all, but I know I watched quite a few. Probably too young to remember. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably the last one I watched. So I'll definitely go back and watch it. I got Disney Plus, so they're all on Disney Plus, right?
I believe
think
so.
so.
I believe
Yeah.
so. Now, like, so look, and then again, of course, the labeling. So you look through all this, right? It does bring it up here, right? Spring 2025 on the PS5. So it is going ahead and letting people know, like, hey, it's there, but it's a footnote, right? So it's not like a big marketing part of it, right? And then it's they're make everything is Xbox labeled. So, they're doing the appropriate, job.
Honestly, I didn't really notice that part, right? I didn't see that bit there. It doesn't necessarily stand out, but it is in there. So it is what it
Yeah.
is. But G maybe says that's why she watched it in the first place. That's right. We were talking in Anime and Beyond, and that's G maybe threw that in. I was like, all right, I'll watch it now. They tried to talk me into watching the movie, and that's how
It worked.
they got me to see it.
It worked.
Yes.
We got two in. We got two in.
Yes.
Don't talk about the Fight Calibers Club.
That's another thing. There's a freaking Fight Club in here.
Yeah.
We'll see how it's all gonna play out. I'm excited.
If I'm PlayStation, do I really want Indiana Jones on my platform if I'm planning on releasing a game in the same window?
I mean,
As bad as my games are already selling, do I want competition?
well, I mean, but this is the thing. To them, this is like one of their only chances to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like when you are like, we see the numbers, right?
Yeah.
The skeletons are out the closet for PlayStation, right? We know, factually speaking, that PlayStation first party games are irrelevant to their platform, right? They don't make anything on them overall, in the grand scheme of things, yes, one game sells 10 million copies if it's a God of War or something crazy like that. But even that declined game between game, and same thing for Spider-Man, right? So, but you gotta like, that's great in the moment. But if that stops, then every month that goes by, right, the meaning of those dollars decreases, right? Because the money gets further and further away and no longer
Oh, for
matters.
sure.
So for them, they still need stuff to keep coming out and keep making money. And what we know is that the vast majority of their money comes from these third party,
Yeah.
games on their platform. And for them, they're like, hell yeah, give us Indy. Somebody will actually spend money on a game. That's the way that they see it.
Because they haven't, pretty sure if we go game by game, I'm pretty sure everything has flopped since Spider-Man 2. Whether it be this Horizon remake or Until Dawn or Concord, Astrobot.
It's all in that paper, man. We looked at it, went through it piece by piece. It's all flops. They're all flops, bro. They're outside of your God of War and your Spider-Man.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Helldivers.
Well, Helldivers, it's
a PC
second
game.
party. It's a PC game. That's where the success was, and it's second party, right? It's just their IP. It's not their control of a studio. So if that studio says, you know what, we're done. See you later. Keep Helldivers. I'm like, if they turn into Kojima and they're like, we're gonna go make a new IP that we own,
or if they get Bloodborne, because they've been begging for Bloodborne to be remade. And
Farrell, did you see the numbers for Bloodborne? It has sold 1.1 million copies since release, bro.
Yeah, but it's also a second party deal, so they can't even get the studio to waste their time making it.
Exactly. They can't pull the trigger. They can't force them to do it, right? From Software does not want to do it. Why? Because nobody bought that game.
I'm sure Hiroki's like, we wouldn't do it even if we could. And I'm sure that's how he feels about it. But I overlooked over here.
Oh, thank you, baby, for getting
boy
this.
Lewis in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Yes.
Thank you for being here, bro.
And
appreciate
you for that
man.
$5 super chat.
Yes, indeed. Says my prediction for the plan next year is Avowed first quarter, South of Midnight second quarter, Doom third quarter, Fable fourth quarter. Of course, we change. Well, this is the problem with that, is that I know it's difficult to remember, but we have Call of Duty coming out fourth quarter for sure. So Fable really close to Call of Duty. I don't know if that's going to be like maybe like September, maybe like a September game for Fable. I don't know. It seems like they've been pretty like ballsy and they're just ready to put things out at any point in time that they want. I like that idea. I don't know if Doom counts in the 4 games a quarter scenario. Is that, what do you guys think? Do you think that
the fact that it's going to other platforms, you mean?
It's a multi-platform game, right?
I'm not sure that would be considered, a stamp like that. It looks amazing. I'm sure it's gonna sell well and it's gonna do well, but I'm not sure that they're gonna see it in that way, right? To go ahead and take a spot like that.
I mean, it's gonna be on Game Pass, but
yeah, obviously.
What do you think, Farrell?
We get everything in Game Pass.
I don't think the multiplayers are included in the game a quarter dialogue, unless the game a quarter is more so meant for shareholders than it is for gamers. But I think when he's talking to gamers, I think he means like legitimately a game that is, for the Xbox gamer a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would assume. But Cage Fielder brings up a great point.
Where's Cage?
GTA 6
is
supposed to come out next fall.
Absolutely. So
yeah,
COD can hold its own.
Yes, COD and GTA, fine. But I think, first of all, whenever COD comes out, I think that ends the year for whatever month that game comes out, I feel like it ends the year. It sounds weird, but I feel like if Grand Theft Auto comes out in, I don't know, in October, outside of Call of Duty, I don't think any other first party Xbox game is gonna drop. Um, I feel like most games are gonna try to be out of the impact of Grand Theft Auto and the like the wave from the impact. You know what I'm saying?
The residual,
The residual, because I
you
feel like,
know?
that game drops, whenever it drops, I think there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna live in that world for a long
I
time, even
agree, but there
outside of
are
the single player.
I agree. There 2025 is stacked, right? But we also can't forget that, they also I'm not talking major games aside from like Call of Duty, but they also have to continue to put games into Game Pass that will probably still come out after Grand Theft Auto releases because not everyone plays Grand Theft Auto, right? Realistically, there are other players.
I
There's
mean,
still
there's
that
all
beast, there's still that
yeah,
Game Pass beast that they have to continue to, for whether when people want a little palate cleanse, right? Or whatever the situation may be, you still have
for sure.
people who are subscribed to Game Pass that you have to keep engaged. So they have to continue to, again, they have an immense amount of games coming out next year. They have to gradually go ahead and entertain that section, even though Grand Theft Auto dropped,
No,
you know?
and you're right. I think maybe I should have said more like major, right?
Yes,
Like,
there
so I
you
don't
go.
think there's gonna be like a big game. They might drop like, an expansion or some smaller thing that they have. I don't know if a major game will come from Xbox around that time. But I mean, who knows? Who knows? But Will Broke Boy did did get me pretty good. So I think that makes sense. He says COD fits in that Doom category though. You just mentioned, right? Does it really count if it's multi-platform? Fair enough, right? So, yeah, you're right. So that's why Call of Duty wasn't on your list. Makes sense. It's a multi-platform game. I'm thinking more of impact of like, hey, that game's coming. But that being said, Doom is also I mean, it's not God, but it's its own level of, of a big deal. And I think it is gonna make waves. So, you're right. That game is a part of it as well. Next year is gonna be wild.
But I
Next year
do
is gonna
get
be
what you're
wild.
saying, that Xbox stamp, these are our games only on our platform. That may be what they're looking for on, when you're thinking quarterly, right?
They
Yeah,
are.
I would
They
say
are.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that changed. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it just is, hey, we're putting maybe it's more of a Game Pass play, right? Which is what they're transitioning to anyway, right? So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, yeah, as long as we're getting 4 substantial games into Game Pass, then they kind of kept up their side of
Their end of the deal.
the end of the deal, right? Which is fair, right? So, yeah, I mean, based off your list, broke boy, I think that list, you know, sums it up pretty good. We'll see if there's any surprises that we're going to be getting, which would be nice. He
That's what I'm
does jump back
excited, really excited for as well. Those
of the
surprises and
unknowns.
the games that we kind of don't have dates for, and it's like, okay, well, that's right around the corner now. It's just time's going by so fast, and like 2025 is right around the corner. I just feel
It
like
really
it would
is
be.
though.
I know, like hearing spring and everything. It would. I remember how what a big of a deal it was when they did their first direct in January, and to shadow drop Hi-Fi Rush, it was such a big thing, right? So everyone was expecting this year to kind of have a shadow drop as well. And I didn't want that to happen because I don't want people to just it's easy to get babied and used to a situation. So I didn't want that kind of taking place. But it's if it's got skipped this year to come in next year, with that direct and potentially shadow drop a game like that, that'll be pretty awesome. And it seems, like it's right around the corner, right? So I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in nice and early.
Possible.
Indy is coming out, and they went ahead and um they did the deep dive, and people were out there checking out the game, and it's coming out December 9th, and people are checking out midnight, south of midnight, and I mean, it's possible.
Agreed.
So we'll see.
Agreed.
We'll see.
The homie Wilbur Boy Lewis back with another $5 super chat, man. Appreciate
Thank
you, homie. Says
you.
you still have smaller games like 33 Immortals,
Yes.
Powerborn, Contraband, Clockwork Revolution, Replaced. Well, Clockwork is going to be a big game, but I get your point, right? 33 Immortals. I mean, these are not, 33 Immortals is not a first party, but it is coming in the Game Pass. Towerborn is a second party deal, but it's also coming in Game Pass. Contraband, we don't know what the heck is that. I don't know if we're ever, I don't know if, like, I mean, if we got to be fair when we talk about these other games from other platforms. What the heck happened to freaking Contraband, dude? Like, is that still coming? I remember before like I don't actually, I don't remember exactly when, but I feel like I heard something somewhere that the studio was in trouble, like they weren't doing a great job. So I don't know what's happening with Contraband. I think I've been hopeful for a while to see it, and then it just hasn't been out. So I'm kind of putting that one in the back burner in my
Yeah.
mind. Like if it pops up, great, but I'm not really going to be thinking about it. I don't know what they're doing with that. Clockwork Revolution, I still don't think it's coming out next year. It can, but I really don't think it is.
It looks so interesting.
It really does.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it, but we'll see. We'll see where this all plays out. Um, so Coach over here says that Fable, he says Fable for me is a big one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
And
gonna be a huge one for
yeah,
Xbox
I
next year.
remember. I think Avenged Ninja is super hyped about. I think Coach was mentioning that too. So it's funny because you brought up Clockwork's Revolution, and it's like it's a smaller game, but it's like you see it and it's so impactful. So it's kind of like it depends all where it lies, right? With the players and what really is a big game to them and what they're anticipating, right? So.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. The homie Will Bro Boy Lou is back with another
Ew.
$10 super chat, man.
Thank
Appreciate you,
you.
homie. Says we could also see another PlayStation console exclusive to Xbox releasing soon. Forspoken exclusivity period ends January 2025, and it's been Xbox PC for a while, just like Death Stranding was. I mean, they would have to fix that game, dude. Like Forspoken, for all intents and purposes, was trash, was it not? You know what I'm saying? Like it was absolute garbage. I mean, they shut down the studio that made it like completely. I'm pretty sure the lady who plays that character hasn't gotten a role since then. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Damn.
like that was a big black eye for a lot of people involved. Um they can keep for broken John Bon Zombie. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know about
Can
that
you
one.
imagine someone sending you a gift and you're no, you know what? No, you keep it. You keep it. It's all right.
So
That's
Will
funny.
Bro Boy Lewis says they did a lot of updates and it was reportedly a lot better. He says, "Hey, it's a talking point, damn it. PlayStation loses another exclusive." Oh, don't worry, we'll have the thumbnail ready.
Oh, for
You know what
sure.
I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like,
For sure.
I'm not saying that we're not gonna go in and have fun talking about it.
Well,
I'm just
kind
saying,
of
in
the game
theory.
kind of follows the same thing as Death Stranding, where it was available on the PC Xbox store, but it wasn't available on the console Xbox store. So yeah, good chance that
Wait,
happened.
Forspoken wasn't on the Xbox PC store?
It is. You can buy it right now. It has achievements and everything.
Get the no.
Yes, from day one.
Yeah, that thumbnail ready, baby.
Are you messing?
I'm not. You can check right now. If you pull up the Xbox app, it's right there.
Hold on. Let me see. That would be crazy. I never knew in my entire life.
Yeah, It's on
that's
the
there.
you can get achievements for it and everything.
Store. All right, I'm on Xbox app right now. Store. Searching. F. O. R. So far is only Forza. S. Forspoken demo and a game?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
I've never in my life knew. How did we not talk about this from the beginning?
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it was day one on it
Okay.
was day one on the Xbox PC app, but it never made it to console.
Wow. Okay. Did not know that. Okay. Well, I'm going to download the demo because I didn't know there was a demo for it here. It's yours. Thank you. Yes,
No
please
problem.
download.
Yo,
Look at that.
Marin, what's good? Thank you for being here.
Shut. Uh-oh. I got no space. Okay. Well,
Uh-oh.
we're going to move on from that situation.
Well, thank you, Faro.
No problem.
Appreciate that, Peter News. I literally had no idea. Well, now I know. So thank you. Dark Angelic, what's up, fam?
Dark Angelic, what's good?
Don Bonzobi says the demo runs better than the finished product. Well,
Damn.
let me say this much. Depending on how long the demo is, I'm pretty sure that the demo will last long enough to suit my needs. It's not on PC Game Pass though, so it's just on the store. So Albert there says CMoney was so shocked. I feel like I wasted an opportunity to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have went in. Oh, Dark Justice. Hey, Doodle, the wife is watching with me. Hey,
What's up,
listen,
love?
Queen Witch
Yes.
is watching with me. Okay, Dark Angelic.
That's right. That's right.
She has a name. She's in our Discord now. So welcome, Queen Witch. You need to get her, sign her up for YouTube,
Thank
get
you
the
for
double
rocking
mileage.
out,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying? Hop in. She can watch on her own stream too. You know what I'm saying? Double dip. Oh man, that's funny. No, but shout out to Queen Witch. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for being here. By the way, coffee's still so good.
Amazing.
Every day.
Thank you guys.
That
was
cup
so
of happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Freaking awesome of you guys. Thank you.
The homie Trey Bone 408, my dude. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat.
Let's go.
Sony got gallopers singing the song "Weak" by SWV. PlayStation is so dry. Yo, it is though. You know what I'm saying? Like it really is. And I feel like we almost like we live in like this alternate reality where they still think they're on top. You know what I'm saying? Like the gallopers still think they're winning and they're still talking about consoles.
I mean, they probably, man, they have hoofs, but I was trying to say high five, but how do you think that plays out?
Hi, Clank. Hi, Clank. Hi, Clank. Hi, Clank, friends.
Clap hoops, clap hoops. But every time they think that they're out here, you know, fighting for their games and their console, you know?
It's just funny because like it's funny, baby. You want to take off that confetti?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I feel like I'm
in
a club or something. It's crazy. Like what is happening to my eyes? So this is the thing. Oh, we need who sounds.
Right, you are. You saw
we need to get that.
Yes.
How about you? How about this? Let's do teamwork here. How about you find some good sound effects and send it to me on Discord, and then I could easily upload it because I don't be having time.
That will be awesome. If you have sound effects that you like us to play during the show, send it to us. I still have
Discord.
My Steam Deck in the box. That will probably make me freaking go ahead and set it up. Well, you have to set up CMoney.
Yeah, listen, I have 3 sound effects. Okay, I did it one time, never did it again. That's for impactful moments when we're about to announce. It's right here. You didn't hear that?
Nope.
Frau, did you hear it?
Nope.
Are you kidding me? Do you hear this?
Nope.
You heard nothing.
Nothing.
You don't hear this right now. There's applause.
No.
I've been doing applause every time there was a every time there's a super chat. You didn't hear this applause at all?
No, I'm guessing you hear it though.
I hear it perfectly.
No way.
What?
Get the heck out of
What the heck
here.
is the point of this stupid box?
He got the setup set up for him. He's the only one enjoying the show.
Oh my god. Well, don't send me any sounds because I can't make it so that you can hear it anyway. What the heck is this? Wow, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I blame it on whoever set it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's cute. Thanks.
I'm just saying.
Thanks.
It can't be easy with the climbing up and down trying to get these things plugged in.
Wow. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that happened. I will have to take the L on that. Yo, I've been hitting that button. Just hitting that button. Like just cheering for people. Like, woo! Like it's really good. It's a good quality hand clap. I'm so sad.
How long has this been going on, CMoney?
I don't know, for like months and months. like so long. So long. How has no one ever told me that there was no clapping sound?
I wonder why I say to you, like, oh, we got to set up the sound.
I just thought you wanted different sounds.
No,
I'm like,
no,
yo.
no. Why?
You know what's crazy too? Oh my god, that means when we used to do her and a guest and her and a dev. Yo, when you were about to give the score, I would always press that dramatic sound effect.
Oh God. See, come on, man. Come on, bro. Damn.
Oh my god. No, for so long. For so long. For so long.
Oh my god!
Wow.
See, Money.
Oh my god.
Write your claims that you're just hearing voices and sounds.
Oh my god. That's wild.
He added sound effects to help me too. Can you imagine?
That's crazy. I really look at Jonathan. Exposed. I'm so glad I'm here for this. Jonathan says, CMoney professional. YouTuber? What is that? I guess that's just a little glitch. You're a professional YouTuber. Listen, I don't know what happened. Yo, so many shows. That's crazy. I thought I was doing like this dope ass dramatic. Like I would be like, hold on, babe. Like, don't say it. Let me get my sound effect. Doom. Okay, now tell them. Now tell them. Wow. Yo, S King, CMoney. I hear dead people. Doodle eye rolls. That's messed up. That's messed up. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that April, May. So at least since like at the very minimum, it was since May for sure. At the very minimum. But I think I was doing this also when it was just when we were doing her, him, and a guest as well, which that's wild. So
you wilding. That's funny.
I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. That's crazy. I don't understand. That's yo. If this conversation never happened, if this conversation never happened, I would have continued years into the future. Nothing, never. I would have always thought I was clapping.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know
man.
for sure. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Holy moly. I was not anticipating that.
Oh man.
Hold on, let me.
Oh my gosh. He got the
Oh my god.
He said that. Oh, you guys can't hear this either, I'm assuming.
No, bro.
No,
Got
we
it, got
can't
it,
hear
got it.
nothing.
Shoot.
Got it,
He
got
sounds
it.
like his own freaking side
Okay, cool,
podcast and shit.
Here we
I
go.
gotta figure out this actual.
Now you can hear it, right?
Go ahead, let's see. Oh,
Oh, man.
yes.
You can hear that? That's when we see a pony in the chat.
In the chat,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
I
Oh,
like
they're
that.
here. They're here. No, a galloper. Darn it. There was no animals harmed during the making of this podcast. Okay. The gallopers. We have the sound effect. Thank you, sir. I'll deal with that.
I
Thank
assume you
This is-
read his super chat to yourself and went to look for it and
did, I did.
didn't
This is-
click on the.
This is the chat's reaction every time you press the button. CMoney.
Apparently, CMoney.
No, I shared my screen with the chat's reaction every time
where
you
is it?
press.
Oh,
Is
here
it?
it is. Here it is.
Every time CMoney presses the button.
Oh my
Like,
god. I really. That's wild.
Oh
That's
my
wild.
God.
That's all types of wild for sure. for sure.
Wow. Damn.
That is. Well, one day I will know how to. This is Lloyd. It says the gallopers are coming. The gallopers are coming. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Listen. It's okay. We're good. We're good now. Everything is good. Now we know. So I don't have to live this life of pretending that I've been hitting this button. Like, this is crazy. All right. What were we saying before this entire piece of information became known knowledge to me? We were talking about something.
We were talking
That
about
led to this
Forspoken, and then we started talking about your buttons.
Oh, Forspoken. That's right. That's right.
About your
That's right.
buttons.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a great way to just transition to the next part of this same topic, but clearly after this moment we need to put a timestamp on here because that would be something else. You know what I'm saying? So let me do that. Go here and we are going to switch over. Hold on. Man, I still don't understand how that happened. Doesn't make any sense to me. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Where is it? You know, the wild thing is that I really felt like I was prepared. Like I had it. I was like, I'm good. I'll be able to bring it up right away. But I don't have it. That's okay. I'm going to go over here. Go to this spot. Oh my
Seems
God.
like there's a lot that you think it's happening that it's not.
You know, I'm feeling that way right now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do this. Boom. Oh, I was wondering what was happening. Okay, hold on. This just got crazy because I went to go play. This crap is going double the speed. Why? Why is it going double speed? Normal. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. We're back on track, guys. I don't know what's been taken. I'm not gonna lie. Did that throw me for a loop that I've been doing? I've been pressing that button for months. And turns out no one has heard it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm a little taken aback that that's the way it went down. Okay, so I got to catch my bearings. What did I do here? I don't know. Let's try this again. Okay, now bam. Okay, here we go. Much better. All right. So this is south of midnight.
Yes.
All right. So obviously Indiana Jones was phenomenal. We're all very excited about that. But one of the things that we've all been waiting for is more on South of Midnight. I will want to say that I feel pretty good. If you guys remember back when the E3 where they showed the little clip of South of Midnight, when they had her and
Yes.
in the Bayou place and the guys on the guitar, she turned around and that monster was there, right? We saw the last trailer they did, and now we saw this, right? And I said that I really believe like those are the graphics. Like people kept saying, like, oh, that's not real, that's not real. And I said, I really could just see the screen pull back and like that's the game. Turns out that's the game, right? So we saw this once before. Not this particular documentary, but we did see a little gameplay of South of Midnight. Was it in January? Was it during the no? Is
We
it
saw
December or
the
was it
first
during
time
the
we saw
summer
the gameplay, it
showcase?
was during the summer showcase.
Okay,
That
so
was
summer
definitely summer
showcase, right?
showcase.
All right, summer showcase. All right, so we saw it there, right? But now we got this deep dive, and I can tell you right now that was in June. We're in November, okay? And what a difference
Yeah.
between June and November. I don't know if you guys noticed it as much as we noticed it, but graphically, it it has advanced, right? That's why
Yeah, it
they
looks a lot
showed you. That's
cleaner.
why they double back, right? They show you a lot of the same places as that first trailer as well, just to show that it's that much better looking. Looks much cleaner. Very, 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 very nice. Also, Wild did not know that they are doing Unreal Engine 4. They did not move over to Unreal Engine 5 for this game. And I
Ooh,
can tell you right now, I would not have guessed that because aesthetically, it's beautiful. Like it's
that makes me
very, very
curious.
beautiful.
I wonder if it's Xbox Series only.
Oh, you mean whether or not it's coming to the
Xbox One.
Xbox One? I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, aesthetically, it looks amazing, but I don't know if it's something that can't be done. But they didn't they say they stopped? Like they don't do any first party, Xbox Game Studio games. Like obviously, like
Yeah,
Activision and
they
you
haven't
know
they haven't in a
they
while,
haven't
but it
done
being on Unreal 4 feels like it opens up the possibility just a little bit. But
I
now that you
feel
got
like
the
they're
now
just
now
a
that you got the
smaller
cloud stuff, really don't need it as much because you can make them buy Game Pass and play it over the cloud on
facts.
Xbox One. So
Agreed. One of the things that we didn't bring up, and we're gonna bring it up here, and it counts for both, is that both of these games are gonna be doing 60 FPS,
Yes.
right? Which is a big thing. So Indy's doing 60 FPS on the X and the S. South of Midnight also is doing the same, and that's becomes a perfect timing because obviously, of course, the gallopers have been out here thinking that the pro of the PlayStation is the only way you can do 60 FPS, completely ignoring the fact that there's many 60 FPS games on the Series X, S, and the PlayStation 5. And fun fact, there's a bunch of 120 FPS games on all three consoles, but mostly on the Xbox side of things, where they have the Series X and S that have 120 FPS games. They have a lot more than PlayStation does. But point is that they were trying to say, oh, that their first party studios can't do 60 FPS, right? Which obviously is ridiculous because we have, again, Halo that came out and is running at 120 FPS, right? Obviously the driving games with their high frame rates. We have had tons.
I'm not sure that the Gallopers will have so much ground if there wasn't a meltdown every time a game came out and it wasn't exactly 60 frames per second, right? I think that there are games that have come out that are not, and they make such a huge deal about it, right? If the game wasn't performing properly, at 30, I'm sure that they would have taken the time to go ahead and deliver the game in a different way. I think it's up to the developers what they think is necessary for what they're doing, right? For what they're producing. So a lot of times, again, they want to go ahead and go take it to Twitter, where it's where these gallopers love to to pop a squat, right? and they want to go and have
Facts.
their meltdowns over there and have a good cry about these things. This also, again, it's should be a celebration for those people that love to run around crying about the 30, right? When they figure out that, oh, it was all right. How about you waited till you play the game and then realize if there was a problem or not, if it were or not 60 frames, right? So it just I think that they have the grounds to come out here and talk all the crap that they talk because of those weak links that go out there and act like it's the end of the world every time things are not presented a certain way.
Agreed. Agreed. At this point, excuse me, um, it's clear that when Xbox studios are making a game, Xbox is letting them do what they feel is best for their games, right? Todd came out, he said it in an interview way before the game came out and said, "I prefer 30 FPS with our types of games."
Yep.
And that's the way that he made the game. It was not and never was a situation where the game could not run at 60 FPS at all. It just wasn't a design target for them. Because then they went ahead and did what? Released a 60 FPS mode, not only on the Series X, but on the S, right? So it was never an issue of getting it to 60 FPS. It's just they didn't want to work towards that goal. For them, they wanted to first get that 30 FPS, game locked in out the door. And that's what they did. And the game was amazing. And it still is. It's just even better now. And the beauty is that it's not a, one and done quick game. You just play for a little bit and move on. This is the next huge pillar of Bethesda, where just like today, there are people who are still playing Fallout and there's still people playing, Skyrim and games like that. There are still people playing Starfield. And so
Yeah.
they are still there and they're still experiencing this stuff, right? So I think that just anything that continuously kills the narrative that the gallopers have about this whole 60 FPS talk is always a good thing. So Indy is having both for Series X and Series S, and South of Midnight both Series X and Series S on the 60 path. So those are all great things. I can tell you right now, this entire I feel like this world, I feel like I'm gonna be lost in it. Like everything that I see throughout this game world just looks so captivating to me. You know what I'm saying? Like as I just see it going, like walking around, just like the detail. I even love the fact that he in the documentary, he's like, "We want you to like slow down. Look at the floor." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, look at what you're walking on. Like, look at the details. This is not some, small game. It's gonna be, I believe, somewhere between 10-ish to like somewhere between 10 to 20 hours. I guess how much you explore is gonna determine that. Um, but it's not gonna be some little tiny game, it's a decent sized game. And I love the fact that you can see that they're not taking their situation lightly. Right? Like they're not taking the fact that they made a game called Contrast that launched on PlayStation for the PlayStation 4 launch, and looking at that saying, "Oh, we did something there." Or they're not looking at We Happy Few, which is the game that they made right before or right after being purchased by Microsoft, and looking at that in a different way. Like those are two very different games. And then now they're going for a third one, and it's going to be a completely different game. And based off of what they say in this documentary, this is a this is the only game they're making in this world. So South of Midnight, there's no South of Midnight Part 2. Um, at least for now, unless it could, I don't know. If obviously there's always a chance that something crazy happens, this game blows up and it, sells stupid, crazy numbers, and they might be like, okay, maybe you should work on another one.
Yeah.
But it looks like the studio just it seems like they're super creative. Like when you see the world that they created in this game, and everything. Even we haven't even talked about it yet, and I kind of want to talk about it separately a little bit, but just in the animation work that they're doing with the game, it looks like they're so creative that it's like as much as they love pouring every ounce of themselves into this, it's like once this is done, it's like, okay, what's our next creative endeavor? Right? Like,
Yeah.
where are we going next? What else are we? What other stories can we tell and bring light to, like we did for this one here, right? Which is awesome, which is awesome. Um, but yeah, the animation work, it's stop motion, and that's what it is. Which like they showed even when they showed going to the place,
Oh my gosh, yes.
like the people who are actually building out all these pieces, like the buildings, the world, the trees, all this stuff. This is all built by hand, right? And then
And
they
it's funny because
reverse
the
engineered
animation,
it.
it does look that way, right? Like it was just carved. It's really, really stunning. And the world, it's like has so much character. Um, I'm excited. I'm really excited for this game and to see what how this all played out, like with him as a child, kind of just exploring and walking around and kind of finding places and creating filling in the story for it, right? It's a really personal story to tell, right? So I'm really, really looking forward to what plays out with this game. A lot of music. We saw that too. It's just it's so much attention. The way that they left the mics out to go ahead for like 60 days, right? They said to kind of pick up the sound of the
Like in
environment.
the actual swamp, right? Like
Yes,
it's just like
Yeah.
in there.
there's just it's so much attention to detail that this game has and again it's just all it seems all so natural, even her face, the way that it looks, it's almost like it's a little bit, it all has like wood texture to me. It just again it looks all nice and carved. I love that the girl that plays Hazel like will dress up as her to come in and kind of act out the scenes as well. There was a moment that they were speaking about the world and they said, you know, we feel like Hazel would like that, right? So it's almost like
Yes.
they went ahead and the world is an extension of who she is, the character itself. So it has that connection, and I'm excited to see how that's gonna play out throughout the game. See right here, this is where they had things out, just recording the environment and the different sounds. So that's all gonna be played out through the game. Hearing also how the music is going depending on how you use her power, how the music is going to go ahead and kind of be highlighted for you. That's also exciting. I wonder if depending on how much we dive into the power and using what she can do, right? I wonder if we're going to be experiencing different things, different sounds, um each player depending on how you play through the game. So this game is really special. It seems to be close to heart for them, and the people that they did, the team that they put together, the people that they brought in are very talented.
Yeah, the voice acting too is crazy. Like it's just all so well done. We got the homie Broke Boy Lewis over here with that $2 super chat
Yo,
says
thank
South of
you.
Midnight better have a soundtrack download available.
Right?
That honestly,
Yeah.
this is definitely a soundtrack that's gonna be worth having. And then before I get to you, Farrell, just got the homie Dark Angelic member for 11
Yo,
months, man. Thank you so much, brother. Says we should just call them phonies instead of gallopers because all they do is lie, obfuscate. What? Obfuscate? I don't know why I can't say that word right now. Obfuscate and gaslight even their own base.
it's
You ain't
true.
lying, bro.
It's true.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You know what? They're getting too comfortable with that other word anyway. So it's good to keep them on their
Keep
toes.
them,
You know,
yes,
keep them on their
keep
toes.
them on their hoofs.
Also,
Um,
I forgot the other characters but I didn't know they were gonna have like I thought she was just in like this world by herself, you know, with these creatures. But there's like other characters. There's clearly gonna be a bigger story here Very,
There
very
is. It seems
excited
like
for
the
it.
story is gonna be so intricate. They did talk about kind of like taking away the darkness or like things that people go through, but then that changes who they are, right? So, that's gonna be interesting because you do, right? If you don't go through certain things, it kind of changes what makes you you. So, even though you don't want people you love to kind of go through things or go through pain or anything like that, that's what shapes them into who they are. um
Yeah,
it's really it's an interesting game. We talk about Clockwork's Revolution being so intricate and how the decisions that you make affect your environment, but this one has that type of story that's gonna, I feel like it's gonna be one of those thinkers, right? It's gonna be heavier than it seems.
I agree. I think this is going to be
Yeah.
a big deal. It's also kind of like open world too, because it's like open world segments. I don't know. There's a lot. Farrell, what do you feel, man? You saw this one, right? So
Yeah.
what did this kind of make you feel when seeing it? What do you think about it?
This is a game that has pleasantly surprised me every step of the way. When I first saw it, I was very interested. Then seeing it at the summer showcase, it blew me away. I love the stop motion, and the thing that surprised me the most was the combat. Um,
Oh yeah,
Combat
it's good.
is not something that we've typically seen from an Xbox first party studio. Um, so and it looked amazing. So I was kind of that got me in, and then this dropped today, and like just seeing all the different I don't know if I want to call them monsters, but all these different
I think they call them monsters.
yeah, all these different monsters that you run into, and how it's tied to Southern folklore, um, and just how they just the attention to detail of like the South and like how some of the houses are, and um, you can see in the game that some of these houses are aged, and kind of how that
Mhm.
looks. See the moss growing on them. It's like a lot of attention to detail on how the swamp looks, um, and the environment feels very much lived in without necessarily being photorealistic. And I like all of that. I really can't wait to get my hands on this one. Um, and yeah, I'll probably end up buying this one. Probably won't just be a Game Pass one for me. I'll definitely probably pick that one up.
Nice. I mean, it definitely looks special in that way, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I I also gotta say, like, aside from like this particular game or even Indiana Jones, like, shout out to Xbox, right, for doing this, right?
Absolutely.
Like for putting these together, right? Like normally this would be a like they could have took the game footage from here, took some clips, condensed it down a little bit and did this for the like a deep dive, right? The developer direct or made it
Yeah.
like part of a showcase or something, but this is just like its own little like it's like they said, okay, this week we're gonna have a lot of this is gonna be an Xbox week, right? And they're just
Hey.
Yes.
randomly in the middle of the week, not doing a hey, we're having this big show. It's like, hey, you know what? You know that game that you are all sweating, Indiana Jones? We're gonna have a deep dive Monday. Check it out.
Well,
Then boom, next day, midnight.
see, money.
It's
If they're
crazy.
showing all of this now, just imagine what's going to be at the developer direct.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Because it's
Mm.
not. They're not saving. Like like they could have saved this for the developer direct if they didn't have anything. So
Especially south of midnight. Like what?
yeah,
Like why? You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm grateful. I'm very excited. But this game looks pretty like they're showing a lot of it, right?
yeah.
Like
I
they're
think
showing a lot of it.
my opinion is I think the flagship title for the developer direct will be Clockwork. I think Clockwork Revolution will be the flagship
Ooh.
title of
So you think
the
Clockwork is next year?
possibly. I think
Because
I think it
developer
is.
direct is for games releasing that year.
Yeah, I
That's what they
think.
do for the developer direct.
Yeah, I do think it would. It's at the end of January. That's when the
Yes.
developer direct is. So yeah, I think it's a very strong chance that Clockwork Revolution drops next year because they had like the pre-download thing like a couple months back where you can like download the 5 megabits, like kind of have it on your system already. So I think it's closer than we expect, kind of like how this game was a lot closer than we expected. I don't
Than
think
we
anyone.
thought, right?
Yeah. So I think Clockwork Revolution kind of falls in that same category where it's closer than what we anticipate.
Mhm.
And it's the only
That
game that
is
had a
also a
big trailer that we
testament to how
haven't.
stacked 2025 is going to be if they're willing to go ahead and show this much of South of Midnight.
Yeah.
It must be because they're ready with other things that they need to go ahead and show, right? So we'll see.
I think, baby, I think you're onto something with this dropping in January at the direct. Because now that I'm thinking about this, right? I feel like they may be looking at this game as like they want to show you more of the game and explain it, because they're literally giving you like, hey, this is how we made the game. Like the game's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is what we did. You know what I'm saying? It's over. We've done these things and we're just finishing up now. So I feel like this might be because in the developer direct, they're not going to do a big,
Dive into
big
it.
deep
Yeah.
dive, because they probably have, like you're suggesting, maybe something else that they're going to be doing that's going to be maybe more of a surprise deep dive, like a Clockwork will be. We know there has to be a Fable deep dive,
Mhm.
right? A Doom deep dive,
See,
right?
I feel like Fable will be for the summer showcase. The second show. That'll be like their second
But
show game.
but doesn't doesn't that show have all the games, all their first party games?
Yeah,
What
but
games were at the direct this
don't you know
past one?
how no, I'm saying like Fable would be the game that was the Starfield or the Black Ops 6 where they had their own like 30-minute show post.
Gotcha. Bigger, it's bigger than that. It's like it needs this
Yeah.
big moment, and it's gonna happen after the 6-month mark. So that developer direct is mostly like maybe for the first half
Yeah.
of the year. Okay. Oh man. I
This
don't
is
know.
wild.
I feel like the fact that they're dropping this now makes the idea that you have that is going to drop at
I'm thinking it's
that road
sooner, and
direct.
that's why we're seeing
Yeah,
so much. I do think
I agree.
that we're getting potentially a shadow drop during the January direct, and that shadow drop
I
is gonna be South of Midnight.
Yeah,
I could see that. I can
because we're
see
getting
that
more of this than we're getting
situation.
of Avowed, and Avowed drops in February.
Oh my god. Wow. Avowed. Man, we have like
Eating
We
good
have
over here.
games.
yo, we eating real good, yo. We
Yeah.
eating real good. Cause I mean, look, I know we talk about it, man, but like I don't think you can say it enough. Like, it's not the same. When we know a game is coming out from Xbox, that means we have a game to press download on and play, right?
Yeah.
It's not a game where you got to be like, oh man, there's like 4 games coming out. I don't know what. All right, I'm gonna buy that one, but that means I can't get the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to think about the money aspect. You just play your games,
And
man.
in a sense, doesn't that help you have more trust that the game is going to be good, in a sense that, like, they're not getting your money, and then next thing you know, like, if the game sucks, like, you're SOL. Like, they got to release a
Yep.
good product in order for you to stay invested in the services that they're
It's gonna
providing to you.
live there, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna live there. So it's not a one and done. It's not a, oh well, we got you, and now that game doesn't matter. You can't play that game unless you buy it, so it doesn't exist. No, because that game is gonna, just like they couldn't leave Redfall alone, right? Even though they knew there wasn't gonna be this major upside to doing more for Redfall because the name was already stained, right? But they still wanted to make sure that they fulfilled their promise. It lived up to what they promised with the frames, 60 FPS, and getting everything the way they needed it to do, so that now that they're done with it, it lives there, but it lives in the
It
best
lives
shape,
right? Because there
right?
are people that come into right? New people coming into Game
Yeah.
Pass, right? So
Yep.
the more people that sign up, this could be a first time for people hopping into Game Pass. Maybe
That's
they
right.
didn't even know that Redfall came out, and that that stain is not there for them, right? So
Agreed.
I said it before. Redfall, had it been a PlayStation game, they would have either gotten rid of it or not worked on it anymore, and it would have stayed the way it was. That's not what they do over here at Xbox. But also, like, you got to remember, you spoke of the confidence, Farrell, to go ahead and drop these games into Game Pass. Game Pass is just the step into, like, the marketing that goes out from freaking Game Pass. If a game hits well, right? And just people out there spreading the word, sharing gameplay, sharing pictures, excited about the game, the hype that it creates. People that kind of, sometimes uh, rather, like you said, I'm buying this game. I have Game Pass, but I'm investing in South of Midnight, right? I want to own this game. There are people that do have that feeling that if a game it's really good, they kind of use Game Pass as like a demo spot where they try out their games and then they want to have their own copy of the game. So a lot plays out beyond it being in Game Pass, so they can't drop the ball. They cannot. They have to kind of give it the attention, and every game has to be done right.
Yeah, because
Especially if it's going in there, because they don't just have your money and then you're stuck with the game. This game is out there for everyone in Game Pass to see and then spread the word about it. So it's a tricky situation.
yeah, because I don't think
Because
people
we also
realize
saw
how it's on there.
what it did for Call of Duty.
Yeah, because people don't realize how good they have it over here at Xbox. Because
Yep.
on the other side, you put that pre-order down, they make it hard for you to get your refund sometimes. Like, I don't know if you saw, but with people who pre-ordered Stellar Blade, once they played the demo, they weren't able to get refunds anymore.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah, because one of the guys on Twitter, he tried to upgrade to the deluxe edition, and they told him that he couldn't even do that once he played the demo.
Wow. I mean, that's the
So
thing, man. It's just we ain't the same, right? It's a different
Yeah.
situation, right?
you got it
But I
so
gotta
good
tell
over
you,
here.
we really do. Now it's funny because you have said, like, doesn't that like give you confidence, right? You brought that up, and that's a good point to bring up because there was a lot of discussion before, I would say, essentially up to Redfall, and then kind of after Redfall, right? So there's been this discussion, and seeing what it is now, I can almost go back and say, like, I get it. Before Redfall, we really didn't know 100% the quality of the games that Xbox was going to release, right? Not the big ones. We always knew the big ones were going to be great, right? Your Halos, your Gears, the
Yeah,
big ones were always going to hit, right? They were never going to drop the ball on those. But some of the smaller affairs you know, maybe weren't that great, right? In general, right? So, I can kind of see where back then maybe people were trying to give smoke, obviously, to be a console warrior with it, right? Like they were trying
yeah,
to do that aspect of it, but using like an inkling of truth and just blowing it out of proportion, right?
yeah,
Because basically, I mean, for all intents and purposes, after Redfall, they haven't missed. Like, there has not been a game that has released that was not good. Baby, do me a favor, mute your mic for a second just to reset it.
yeah.
Because it's for whatever the case is. I mean, unless I'm missing something, I don't know if you can think of any, Pharaoh, or maybe if you
No,
could think of
everything.
any, but everything, even like games that theoretically would be nothing burgers, like, to me, right? Like a Ara or a Age of Mythology, right? Games that I would
basic
never
games, yeah.
games that I would never even think of, as games that I would be interested in, because of Game Pass, and because, honestly, because Xbox gave us some codes to review these games.
Shout out to
Shout
Xbox.
out to Xbox. We played and fell in love with these games. I mean, so much so that, no lie, Doodle actively plays Ara, like actively, like it is a game that she just. I'll come downstairs and she's on the computer.
Yeah,
Playing
I'm
Ara.
about to I'm starting my fourth playthrough of our History Untold. And Age
Loved
of
it.
Mythology is just freaking amazing.
That one we have to get into.
I
They just
gotta
dropped
get
the.
but
They just
Ara's
dropped the
got
thing.
me. But yeah,
But the
have
point
them on
is,
2 different spots though, so I think that's what's gonna be cool.
yeah, for sure. The point is that Xbox has, like, we talked about it on a previous show, but honestly, as crazy as it was and how as blown out of proportion as it was, the Redfall situation absolutely was the best thing that has ever happened to Xbox post the post Phil taking over. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Yeah.
ZeniMax is basically like the first baby that you get to have all the mistakes with. When you make that big acquisition,
Yeah, you drop the baby, you do all that fun stuff. It's okay.
and
Nobody
then
cares because it's the
and
first
then
one.
and then once you have the other ones, you're in more of a rhythm. You kind of know what you're supposed to do, and where your blind spots are, and all that other stuff. So that it comes with the territory. You're buying these big companies for the first time, and integrating them. It's a shame that it happened, but I think they learned from it.
Well, they learned from it, and it changed, everything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it changed everything for them going forward, right? Like it really was a huge game changer for them. And I gotta say, like, I'm thankful for it. I feel like you look at what we've gotten, right, for it. I mean, again, there's a level of quality that really is, at a new high for Xbox across the board, right? So I mean, if you think about, what you said was that, having it in Game Pass essentially makes you feel, more secure that they're making a good game that's gonna last. I feel like this is what they've been doing, right? Like,
yeah,
post Redfall, they've been proving to us that regardless of what genre, and I think that's almost like the biggest key, right? Because one of the things that people
Yep.
say is like, oh, you can be a jack of all trades but a master of none, right?
Yeah.
Where
They're being
Xbox
a master of all. I
kind of
think
walks
this
in the
is what's
door
happening.
and they're like,
Yeah.
hold my beer, I can release whatever I want and it's going to be high quality, right? Like they're hitting a bunch of different categories from Pentiment, right? Like people don't think of Pentiment, but that game got tens.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
super highly rated game.
They're not forcing any of their developers outside of their wheelhouse. They just get more developers who make, different type of games that those developers like to make. So it's not, they're not walking into the office and telling a bunch of people that only make single player games to make live service games and closing them down after a couple days.
That's so messed up. I still hear that and it's so messed up. How do you do that? How do you not just go ahead and put some teams together? How do you come in one day and say, all right, drop what you're doing. Now you guys are good at doing this other thing. Like, can you imagine?
I feel like that's always the way it was though. Right? So I feel like what Microsoft is doing is not the normal situation. I think individual startups, right? The people, like, I feel like people have always done this. They go work for a company. That company says, this is what you're making because this is what we're making. So whether you love it or don't love it, doesn't matter. Your job is to do whatever they're telling you to do, right? And then those people get fed up. Then they leave. They take a small group of people with them, and then they start their own thing and they work on the thing that they want. And then that thing fails, and then they go back to work for somebody else because the small thing that they wanted to make and fell in love with, unfortunately, being a small independent studio, didn't necessarily work out for the most part. And that was that, right? Every once in a while, you get a big indie darling that just crushed it and does amazingly well, right? But that's always the way it's been, right? So like I don't look at Sony in the past as doing that wrong. I think that that's just the way things were, right? It's like, hey, I have 5 teams and we want to make a new genre of game, so one of y'all gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is
figure it out. This is what it is.
though.
But this is where the bank account comes in, right? This is where the pockets come in. See, Microsoft they have the liberty of taking that stance because they can say, all right, I'm not going to force them to do something that they don't want to do because chances are it's not going to come out great. So I much rather let Banjo, the IP, sit there and never move than force somebody to make it who's just going to come out, bring out something that's not great.
Well, at the end of the day,
and
it
give
just
people a bad
messes up.
taste.
It messes with the
IP
prestige,
as well.
of the IP, right? You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna dilute what it means. To go ahead and have a forced situation, you're not gonna end up with good results. I think what Xbox has learned to do is appreciate the art of making games, right? The artistry behind it, the mental stable, right? The mentality,
Stability.
the stability, yes, mentally, that these developers need to have in order to go ahead and be the best that they can be, right? Under stress, that is not how you go ahead and let your mind kind of go and explore these places like south of freaking midnight, where you see the freaking character throughout the world. Like, it has so much character, it has so much detail. This is why they encourage you to kind of look around, because you can miss a lot. They were able to go ahead and add so many little details that you can potentially overlook. This is going to be a fascinating game to kind of just walk through and explore and take it all in, to kind of see what can be delivered, right? This game is, I feel, in my opinion, is going to set new standards right from the name, right? When they first announced it, it was like a freaking magnet, right? It just pulled me in. I was like, wow, yo, south of freaking midnight. You too, CMoney. You were freaking crazy about
I
the
loved
name.
it from the beginning.
It was like, tell me more. I want more. I can't wait to get my hands on this game. And it's been like that right from the get-go for us, at least.
Yeah,
So
I feel the same
I
way.
think that you can't go ahead and, under pressure, under stress, in a hostile environment, go ahead and deliver something that is so artistic, like putting a game together. So I think that's not a situation to be under when you're trying to do this. And Xbox, Phil, and the whole team has kind of figured that out. I think that the fact that they love games, we talk a lot about what an impact Jim Ryan may have had on what's going on with PlayStation, right? When you're just thinking business, here, go work together, make it happen, because this is what's selling out there and we need to produce what they're producing, do the same thing somehow, and then we'll put that out there. When you are into games like Phil is, right? You want to sit there and enjoy the journey, right? When you're playing a game. And I think that allows him to see that, you need to allow them to explore and be able to deliver these stories the way that they need to.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely agree with you on everything there, because it's not, everything's looking so good on the Xbox side right now. Like, it feels like all the development studios are just all hitting their stride. Not saying they're all AAA or they're all, premier studios. They all have different tiers of studios, but every studio is maximizing the tier that they're at.
Yes.
It feels like. And
yes, that's 100% what it is.
And they're hitting on so many different genres, and like we talked about, even some of these legacy titles that are making in, like Spyro, like they're filling in so many gaps in their catalog now. Like, there's so many children games inside of Game Pass that, before there weren't a lot of children's games inside of Game Pass. So now you're getting more of that. You're getting RTSs, you're getting action adventures, you're getting all these RPGs, you're getting all these shooters. Like, anything you could possibly want is being supplied in the first party capacity from Xbox, and it's a really powerful thing.
I agree. And it's easy to go ahead and get wrapped up on the bigger games, right? And when you really think about Game Pass, it's inclusive. You want to bring everyone in. You want to bring every type of player in. You need to go ahead and deliver those other games, and that's what keeps the in between going as well.
Yeah.
Even if you think that you're only interested in certain type of games, and you go ahead and you explore those when you are out there exploring, because you have access to these games. These games have to be well made so that players can want to stay in there. In the in betweens, when you're dropping those big games, it has to keep you engaged. So these
Yep.
smaller games hold more weight than we think when it comes to the subscription service.
Oh, for sure.
I think they have huge weight. I think you're right,
Yeah.
100%. Because it is those in between moments that keep you engaged, right? Keep you going, and obviously the beauty, and I've said this a lot, and I mean it with my whole heart. Um, when a game comes from a third party studio day one into Game Pass, I feel like that's a first party game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting the first party treatment, right? Because that's what I think in my mind. It's like, okay, Xbox takes their first party games, puts them in the Game Pass. When these other games go in there, it's like, oh wow, that's our game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care that it's elsewhere. I get to play it for free in this day one brand new game. That's dope, man. That's dope. And that's the other part of the filler. But go ahead.
Yeah, like
Friday,
the
you want to say something?
like the first time that happened with Outriders, like the first like big
Yep.
title game, like it was a movement. It was a really powerful moment for a Game Pass, and gamers went crazy. And a game like that saw the most success it's ever had. Like it is a big deal when you get some of these larger AAA titles that make it into Game Pass day one. Like Stalker 2 is going to be a big thing when it hits Game Pass. I I don't even think the developer is prepared for how successful that game is going to be in Game Pass, because the impact of Game Pass bleeds over into Steam. It bleeds over into all these other stores as well. Like people, we've seen it. We've seen like some of these titles that drop in Game Pass day one, their sales go through the roof along with it being in Game Pass. So I love seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It's a
I
beautiful thing.
Yeah, I think that what the reason why it feels like it's, a first party game, a game that Xbox went ahead and made, is because obviously you're putting down your money every month and you're like, okay, make it happen, right? So everything that falls in there, it's something that either they went ahead and made, or they figure out how to bring into that subscription, particularly for those people, right, that are
Yep.
already in there. They're not slacking when it comes to that, and they're kind of not taking that for granted. The fact that you are already in there, they're kind of making sure that you stay and that they bring in more people. So
Agreed. I cannot agree more. Um, I just noticed. I don't know how I didn't see it, but our boy Mash.
Mash, what's good, bro? Thank you for being
Our
here.
boy
Happy Tuesday,
Mash.
bro.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, homie. Mash went ahead and gifted
Mash,
10
thank
on
you.
point for gamer memberships, man. That's very, very, very kind of you, brother. Thank
you,
you so
Mash.
much, man. Y'all know what to do.
Hey,
Put the mother heaven welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, the homie Mash, man. Thank you so much, brother. Means a lot, man. So I see here that we got No Sir, Heavy Core Project, Xbox Over Everything,
yes.
THX 1138, AO Coin Inc. Screenwriting, ODG the Toy Man, Slug Nasty 69, David Green, Colin, Travi. Yep, that's it. Colin and Travi. Great names. But thank you all for being here, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
y'all. And then of
guys.
course the homie Mash, bro. Thank you so
Mash,
much,
you're
man.
awesome, bro. Thank
Very,
you so
very
much.
kind of you, brother. Thank you so much. And of course we have the homie Razor
Razor
Ultron in the
Ultron,
building
bro,
with that
what's
$2 super
good?
chat.
Thank
Appreciate you, homie.
you.
Says PlayStation won't refund anything except Concord. Oh snap! Woo! That
my God.
that is the truth. That is the truth. Truth hurts, scallopers. That is the truth for sure. That's why it's the truth.
That's
It's the
why.
truth. All right, all right. So when it comes to Indy and South of Midnight, I mean, we're eating good, bro. Like this is all very, very exciting stuff. I'm really, really looking forward to both those games. Obviously, we got Indy next month, which is exciting. It's literally what are we? It's less than a month, actually.
Yeah, less than a month. We got Flight Sim next week.
Flight Sim next week,
Yes.
Stalker next week, the
Stalker.
day
Yeah.
after. Woo!
Back to back, baby.
Back to back. We got some good stuff going. So I'm gonna take my time stamp because I do want to take some time to talk about you know, I don't want this to be one-sided. You know, I know we have PlayStation fans who join us and and watch
We
us.
can take up all the time,
We can't take up all the time just talking about
Xbox games,
Xbox.
right?
Yeah, because that wouldn't be fair. You know,
No.
they get emotional,
Yeah.
they get sad.
Feel left out.
They do
Neglected.
feel left out. Yeah, they do feel left out 100%.
And we don't want that.
I would never
No.
want to, you know, hurt a
Mm-mm.
galloper, you know, emotions.
No.
So, you know, we should be fair. And, you know, we had all these great videos that were shown with all this great gaming content for us. I want to show I want to show the I want to show what they got to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna put on what they got to see, right? Because we just got to be fair. You know, we want to be kind.
Yes.
We don't want to be mean. We don't want to be mean. So they got their own video that they got to watch. So let's all watch it together. Okay, this is gonna be exciting. Okay, this is gonna be exciting game
What's up,
stuff.
Fish
Okay,
Class?
listen, check this out, guys. The PlayStation tweeted this. Get ready for what your eyes are gonna see. This is gonna make you so jealous of the Pro.
Oh man,
It's crazy because that's what just
Guys.
came out. So that is the marketing that should be happening, right? Let's market the Pro. Guys, calm down. If you need a tissue paper because you're gonna be so sad what
Make
we're
sure you
not
sit
experiencing,
down, you know,
just be ready, okay?
get a
gonna press it.
blanket.
Okay, you ready? All right, let's watch it together, guys. It's not long. Remember, this is greatness.
Oh, there's some weights, okay.
I got a PlayStation button.
Whoa!
Oh.
Those are high-end graphics.
You man, that guy's so afraid across the street because of the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Feel just like a child.
No speaking. That's not.
Where's some?
Oh. Oh.
You can tell by my smile. How much yeah, I need you to come keep me amused. From the roof to the floor, I crawl around some more. I'm a child.
Where are the games?
Hey,
Guys,
in that trash
guys.
can. In that trash can. That's where the games are.
oh my god. That was Concord? Did she just throw her copy of Concord away?
Yeah.
Guys,
Concord, Astro.
listen.
All
Oh my god, so they just
Guys.
want you to buy the box.
Guys,
Wow.
baby, thank you. Thank you for what you just said. Look at they showed you no games.
No games.
They showed you no games. Let's go back to the tweet. Turn ordinary into extraordinary. Play has no limits. And let's just double check who sent this tweet.
No limits.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're not confused. And maybe this says like, train station. And maybe that's what we were watching an advertisement for. But no, it's confirmed. That's PlayStation. Look at it right there. Let's turn off the sound because
man,
we're probably gonna have to delete this part off of the game of the show because they might, that dumbass song that was playing is probably gonna try to strike us.
Die. Yo, what in the? I feel like we need to record a version of that. This is, they're like, here, go buy the box and then just go out there and start imagining things, just like, these gallopers do. They encourage this behavior. Look at these people in the middle of the street. This is an accident waiting to happen. What is happening here? Where are your games?
Guys, they didn't even show a PlayStation 5 Pro at the end.
They didn't.
They didn't even show a Pro at the end. They showed a PlayStation 5. What embarrassment of a commercial is this? Yo, I never, ever want to hear any of you galloper bots. Okay, you galloper bots.
Like it.
I don't want to hear you ever in life, ever mention PlayStation with marketing again. I never want you to say a word negative about what Xbox has done with marketing.
Oh my
This is their Concord. So just like I know that I don't trust any of their games going forward because they were able to deliver and sign for Concord, this commercial got signed off on. And this is the worst commercial that has ever existed for a game.
Ever.
The commercials where they used to send Crash Bandicoot to Nintendo with a speakerphone had way more relevance. Okay, at least it was the character from the game. Okay, this has nothing. There's not even a controller in the game. That dude fell back in his seat.
Cracks me up, he's afraid.
The guy at the end falls back into his chair. They didn't even have a PlayStation in his room.
No.
These are all non-PlayStation players. You understand? Like they're literally saying that go have fun outside. You don't need to play our games because we have none. Just buy the box, put it in your room as decoration.
Go outside and play, and then come lay down.
Oh,
this
this commercial is actually perfect because if you go back, they show all the the Sony financial analysts, at the stock market. They show that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see people. They show the Sony sewage because they got the Sony on the sewer drains.
Yep.
You got the Sony trash can to throw. Because all the games are trash right now. Yeah.
And the box. At this point, might as well just throw the box in there.
Hey,
check it out, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I need you to see something. They put product placement on there. It's a headset, and it's not a PlayStation headset.
Damn.
They don't even have a portal in the thing. All these people outside, no portals.
Nothing. Wow. This is come on, man. Come on. All right. I don't know. I need to see what the chat is saying.
Oh, yes, please. I've seen some comments in there.
I did. Oh, Spartan 661. What's up, my dude?
Spartan, what's good, love? Thank you for being here. Happy Tuesday.
I want to see the comments. I haven't looked at the comments, but let's see. So new commercial, PlayStation Showcase December inbound. Oh my god, look at how desperate they are, bro. They take anything and they say, "Oh my god,
wait till you see the next one.
I must have it."
Oh my god,
new games, please. Look at this. Oh, look at the tears. Look at the tears.
Oh
man, he has a lot of followers, and he is sad.
Yep.
He is very sad, man. Unless you're actually wanting to play new first-party games, then it's pretty limited. Play does have limits when your PlayStation 5 disc drives have been out of stock in the UK for over a month. Now, then you have the person who's just on the pipe, right? Definitely, this is crazy.
Chugging it.
See, people don't even know. Promptly AI. This is AI. See, this is not even a person just out here saying generic stuff. Look at this, man. Wow. Look, did you guys see this one? Oh my God. How can you capture my heart and mind? Ever since I was a child and until now, I have loved PlayStation and adored Sony. Well, that was a beautiful message.
Wow.
He's got to be paid, box. All of them.
Man.
Dude, this is, come on, man. This is a problem. These people are
cannot play on the toilet.
Play had 0 games. We are halfway through this generation lifespan, and it's been dry AF aside from a few good games now. Compare this to PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, or even the PlayStation 4 era where we get at least 10 good games a year, not mentioning the lack of even good third-party games. I mean, listen, obviously it's mixed, but this guy's not happy. What? Oh, Psychonauts. We know Psychonauts. What's the point of this ad? Stop with the remix and remaster. Where are the new games at? This is the thing, man. When you go back and you look at this is, I don't know who came. Was this a Herman joint? You know what I'm saying?
That's possible.
Did they go Herman?
Listen, he said that Concord was going to be their biggest IP, right along with Horizon. So it seems like this was his decision. I understand that they're just trying to gas up the situation and say, look at us, we still exist, right? We're still doing something. But again, people are onto your nonsense. They want to see the games, right? All this fluff has to go. This is not going to have people sign up for the Pro. They're not going to go ahead and buy the Pro because you have people laughing and sliding down the frame. This is dangerous. All right. This is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Where are your games? This brings up just again the same question that we've been asking.
They have Connect 4 on the side, babe.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Anything but a PlayStation game at this point, I guess. You know,
anything but a PlayStation. Even there's no controller. Like, why was there not a controller
like
there?
Jenga? Is that?
And look,
I know.
Look. If you go back when the people are running across, it's a guy sitting there reading a book. He's not even like playing the game. Watch, the people are about to run across, and when you right here, he's just sitting there reading.
No, he's just reading. He's not playing a damn thing.
But what was like the mark? Like, imagine the room where this happened, right? And they're like, "Hey guys, listen, I got it. I have our next major commercial." So Toki's like laying on me. Herman's like, "Yeah, let's go. I feel it's gonna be good." And the guy's like, "Yeah, all right, you ready? You ready? Check this out. People. All right, I like this. Like people running. Okay, running, jumping,
fun,
jumping off of buildings." You see Connect on the side? They're having fun. Okay, great. When do our games come in? We have no games to show. Facts. Okay. What other games can we put in there? Connect 4? Bet. What other activities? Reading a book? Bet.
One of those situations where they're like, if we laugh and pretend to be having fun, maybe they'll think there'll be some fun if they buy our box. This is Cocoa Puffs. This is Cocoa Puffs. What this says to me is go outside, go play, find an arcade, read a book. Because look at that guy. Yo, he cracks me up the way he's running across the street. He's so afraid. Go shoot some hoops.
With trash.
With trash. Look at this. It's like, go do something. Because we don't
anything other.
This is so transparent.
It's like the most honest ever.
Go do something else. We got the box, but we don't have the games for the box. So go outside.
This is.
You think they got that child? Go ahead.
I said this is the go trading your PlayStation commercial.
It is. It is. It is. Maybe that's what this really is. These are all the people who are no longer with PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? So now they're
so
actually
happy.
free and happiness. Super happy. I think
This was pitched by Bungie, by the way. The people that
I think
that
so.
Phil
I think so.
send in.
Yeah. I think it was the Galloper bot who said that he was grinning from ear to ear when he was playing Astrobot. That I think that was the inspiration for this.
That's
I think they
possible.
saw
That's
his
possible.
comment and said, "Oh snap. They just want to smile and play. So let's just do one
That's
without
all
a
that they
game."
can hear out there. How Astrobot made them happy and feel. Oh my God! It made them feel like a child.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
made them feel
That's
like
what
a
he's saying. That's the whole
child.
song.
That's the whole song. Wow, that's wild. Okay, well, there's that, you guys.
Yeah, that was I can't believe that that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. Um I really don't. I don't get it. God bless you, my love. I'm looking at God bless you again. All right, let me I'm trying to get up to where we started watching this and seeing what people had to say because this is it's a problem. Mongoose Mall, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Yep. Look, dude, Togo said, well, Astrobot did make them feel like kids again.
Did you see
There you
that?
go.
Did you see that? Oh no, it's Alex posted that this video got such a negative response that PlayStation took it down and then re-uploaded it.
This one?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Did they really?
Yeah. I'll let me see if I can find a tweet. I'll forward it to you.
Well, you know, at that point they said we spend the money. Put that back up. Some clown will fall for it and think that this is good. Start get all the teams to add positive comments in there.
I just sent it to you. Yeah.
On Twitter?
Yeah. Should be in your DM.
Oh my god. Let me restart this. So for your viewing pleasure, guys, while I find
enjoy.
this tweet.
Look at you saw the guy lifting weights on the side of the building.
Yeah.
What?
Anything but gaming. Yeah.
So everything turns PlayStation. So what they're saying is, even though we don't have games, PlayStation lives in you. Just go out there and hang on tight. I don't know. This is the craziest thing.
Okay. So oh no, it's Alex said they removed the original video and re-uploaded it to remove the comments and dislikes.
Oh wow.
So 3 hours ago, right? So 3 hours ago, 27,000 views, 1.3K dislikes, 1.7 likes. And then 1 hour ago.
Worse.
It got worse for them, bro. It got worse for them.
Yeah.
Wow. Push play to the max, turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Go all in with PlayStation 5. That video showed nothing that would lead you to believe that. And then push play to the max, turn the ordinary, go all, yeah, same crap. But now they put the link to the store instead. See, no link.
Damn.
Because they think that putting the link there is gonna make people.
It's gonna make people go in there and go buy it, right? I mean, this is how can you pass this up? Duke says, is he sure?
Crazy.
I just left a comment trashing it. Listen, I need to go ahead and get in there too and leave a thumbs down just so that they can get it together and know that this is not suitable. Yo, just when you feel, but this is, you know, Farah, you said, and I agree with you 100%. I said this too. I don't think they learned a damn thing.
Yeah.
And you see this, and this is a testament to that. Like, what did you learn? What is this? And why?
Well, for sure, they have this desire to capture kids now, right? Except they did nothing but show a bunch of grown people
in the weirdest way, dude.
So instead of being like Nintendo and actually making things that kids would want to play, they are trying to. They're in in a major city. They're trying to capture grown people and say, "Hey, come to PlayStation 5, where you'll feel like a kid again."
I will tell you exactly why. You want to know why? They know who bought their boxes, right? This is not their audience. This is what they want these clowns to go out there and do now. They're trying to reach that Nintendo audience, right? But they know that whoever was out there and bought the 65.5 million boxes, they weren't buying them to play Astrobot or Lego Horizons. So they want to tell them that it's okay to give in to what they're going to be delivering from now on moving forward, right? They're trying to reach that audience, but they want the people that are already in there to kind of be submissive and go ahead and buy and support these games. I mean,
I feel it.
that's what I'm seeing. To go ahead and get a bunch of creepy old people to
Seriously,
run
though.
around doing this clownery around. I mean, I can only assume that that's the message they're trying to send out there. It's okay to be a fool.
Yeah, and possibly like illegal. They did a lot of crazy
They
stuff.
really did dangerous stuff, though.
Like it's a problem. Razor Ultra, my dude, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being a
Yo.
member for 3 months, bro. Says Sony says PlayStation makes people feel like
Thank you.
kids because getting the ponies to buy remakes, remasters, and PS5 Pros is like taking candy from a baby.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yo, Racer Ultron, that was good. Yo,
It's true.
that was good.
It's true.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. 100%. 100%, man. How do you have an audience that keeps on falling for the same nonsense? I feel like
It
they're
is a
so
problem.
blatant about the things that they do, their new technology, the way that they freaking just right to their face. This is a pisser, right? And it's like they're so blatant about the things that they put out there. It's right there to see. But yeah, to fool these clowns into buying the same game and for them to feel like they have to put out there like it's okay to do so, to buy the same damn thing over and over again. It's just ridiculous.
It's true.
Yo,
The homie Range E4, my dude, thank you for
Range
being here.
E4,
Says
what's up?
Fred the dog in the Sony commercial. Remember the
Yes,
dog at the Christmas time
yes.
that went and took the dump
A
next
dump.
to the PlayStation 5? That was hilarious.
That
That was
was.
hilarious. Let me see who else. Derek Skinkiss says, gotta find things to do when there's no games to play. Damn.
Exactly.
Ahmed Kumar, I guess they had no games to show off.
I
The
guess
game
so.
adaptation newscast says, is this the actual song? Yeah, that was the actual song, dude. Like, that was crazy. Dude Togo says, Doodle just shaking her head in disgust. Dark Angelic, be easy, man. Thank you for coming and
Yo.
chill, bro. Appreciate you, homie. Justin J, thank you for being here, bro. Says, no games,
Justin.
Sony.
Yep.
No games indeed.
This
Space Shot says, PlayStation, we care about your health. Go outside. We got no effing games. Yo,
We care about
It's the
your health.
truth.
Go outside, but make sure you
Jeez.
buy that. Make sure you buy the box.
make sure you buy the box at the end. No games. We're not showing you any reason to buy it besides a bunch of crazy people falling down escalators, but definitely buy the box. Fillmore Pocket says, the heck is this? Agreed. Canuck says they got so bored they went and did parkour. Oh my god,
yeah,
dude, it's crazy. That
this commercial hit
horrible.
about as hard as CMoney sound effect button.
Oh, you deserve the clap for that one. You're getting applause right now. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. It's still clapping. 2, 1, and done. Clapping's over.
It
was worth it.
Hear it.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up, man. That's so messed up. Get Money 883 says, I doubt we'll see a PlayStation 6. # no PS6. Yo, I mean, this is the thing. If they're making commercials like this, dog, I'm not feeling really optimistic, let me say, about what is happening over there. It's not great. Go Griffin says, oh my god, what a horrible video. Honestly, I don't. It's like yes, Jesse P says it's like a parody. That's what I feel like. It has to be made up, right? Like they couldn't have been serious. Like, you think it's a joke? Like, if they would have released this on April 1st, I would have been
my gosh.
okay, April
Perfect.
Fool's,
Yeah.
hilarious.
You know,
What's up, Kareed Agu Remy? What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Yo,
What are you saying, Fro?
I was gonna say the craziest thing about this commercial to me is that a couple months ago we had Hiroki Totoki saying that these people don't know how to make money, and then they go and release a commercial like this. That this commercial is not going to help them make any money.
How much do you think it cost them to hire all these professional stunt people?
bouncers. What are they doing, man?
Well, it's not just it probably costs a couple million to make the commercial, but then you're also paying for the ad space if you actually put this on TV. Yikes!
Oh my gosh, this is a problem. This is a problem.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Hold on, was there a date over there? Let me see something. Just being a little.
Oh, on the board. Let's see. Pause.
Yeah.
On the stock exchange. No, just time.
12/20/24. What's that?
Oh, okay.
What number? 3.
3.
Oh,
3/12/2024.
Ah, so this was filmed in March.
Oh snap!
Wow.
So, you think that's what it is? I thought this was like a sign, like something's gonna happen, but there's obviously in the past. So, I mean, it's just there's no convenient like 2024.
That's 8/24 military time.
Yes, but they're doing.
I know, but obviously on purpose though for 2024.
Unless they're doing December 3rd.
Oh
yes, because that's when their box release. Remember, they made 12,300 boxes for the 30th anniversary.
Ooh.
Code cracked. There you go.
Oh snap! Okay, mark this down, somebody. If something happens on December 3rd for PlayStation, we cracked it here. Yo, 12/3. 2024. There's no way that date is there for no reason. There's no way that date
that's
is there for
their
no
anniversary.
Reason.
So
yeah, you guys are probably right. You know, you might get
another one of these videos.
What hasn't been remade yet? We got hasn't Last of Us 2 remake. That's already been remade though, right?
There you go. The God of War trilogy that they keep talking about, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe
that's possible.
Well, they also did announce that they have no games coming out between now and March.
Well, that's not a new game. That's like Horizon Zero Dawn remastered. You know,
maybe it's their documentary of how they made Concord. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine? I would watch just to see the tears, maybe like the aftermath, if they have that in there. Sign me up.
What if they have like a little like a dev diary thing on YouTube about Concord? I wonder. Do they have dev diary?
I mean,
is there a Firewalk YouTube channel?
I think that would be shut down because I don't think Firewalk exists anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think they went night swimming with the fishes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm have to look into that.
Yeah. Do some research. Do some research for sure. We have the homie Razor Ultra back with a $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Doodle is a sleuth. Whoa. What's it? What are you talking about? I'm the one who saw the date. Look at this.
I cracked the code, baby. Wow. Sit down, son.
Damn.
Take several seats.
Several seats are taken. All right.
There you
several
go.
seats are taken.
See, be nice. He knows too.
We all know who has the brain. I mean, those are just facts. Nobody's confused. We get it. I concede. It makes sense to me. Smart661 says, I love seeing almost everyone is bleeding green in the chat. That's right.
Let's go.
A lot of members in the chat. Appreciate you all for being here. Look, Ryuar Gaming says Pony's begging for no, damn it. Galloper's begging for a December state of play. Carlos Marto, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Says they deleted the video and uploaded a new one with no MSRP and the PlayStation 5 console with disk drive. Oh, that's what it was? So it's the ending that changed.
Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Oh, so it wasn't the disk drive the first time and it had the price? Interesting. Well, yeah. After
Carlos
seeing that,
saves the day. Let's go.
wow.
So they didn't want nobody to know that they were getting ripped off.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good information. Now at least we know. Yeah, this was really bad, guys. This was really bad. Very.
I'm glad we all agree.
Yeah. I think we do. I gotta tell you, I did not expect it. On the day that we got a a half-hour deep dive documentary of South of Midnight, the day before we got Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. PlayStation really knows how to take care of its fan base. It does. It
How
does.
dare you put that out there?
It does. It really knows how to take care of them. It's really it's a beautiful thing to watch. Everybody should look at what PlayStation does and how it treats its fan base, for sure. I think that's the truth. Do you guys remember that tomorrow there's a Warcraft Direct, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to announce Warcraft coming to console. We know that was in the pipeline for a while.
It's possible.
I think it's possible. Yeah, it's crazy. That place, Lego Horizon releases in 2 days, and they give us that.
They give us a whole week. They give us an entire Xbox week when this game is freaking dropping. Leave it to Xbox, man. That's what I'm saying. They're not only just taking care of their stuff, they're making sure that every time PlayStation makes a move, they're there. They're right there to just take any type of attention that it could potentially have away. They're not messing around.
They're not letting them breathe, and that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're really not. So have you guys? Let me take a little. Let's have a little discussion on this. I'm going to take a chapter though, so we can keep track. I saw something and I'm like, interesting. Does this make sense to be doing right now? I don't know if you guys saw this, but PlayStation Slim consoles will drop to $380 for Black Friday this year, but the announcement video was deleted. So if I go here, look at this. Was this the ad that they had on at the end of this? You know what I'm saying? Was this the ad at the end of this little commercial that they did?
Maybe. I don't know.
So $380, right? Right after the
Carlos
Pro.
says yes, it was. Okay.
Oh,
so
that's what
how they showed
did.
it. Yes.
So that was the point of this dumbass video, was to be like, look at all the fun. And now the console is on sale. Right? That was their thing. I'm sorry, but that just, for me, I'm trying to understand. 380, you just came out with the Pro, right? So now you've increased the margin between the Pro and the base model. So this one here, how much did this cost before? Wasn't it $450?
Yeah.
$450, right? So it was already like a $250 difference. But now they want to increase the difference between the Pro and this console here when they're trying to sell the Pro. Interesting. Do you think that is the right call? Do you think that that's smart to do when you're trying to, you just came out with a brand new console?
I don't know if
I mean,
anything they're
unless
doing is the
they
right call.
go ahead.
Yeah, they haven't made the right call since they fired Sean Layden. Everything has been downhill since then. I mean, people are still gonna buy the PlayStation 5 just because of the brand awareness that it holds, and if that's what your friends have, that's most likely what you're gonna buy too. Like my friend has a PS5. What console did I get? Well, I have a PS5. He's most likely gonna get a PS5. So, I mean, there's a certain level of brand awareness that they get away with this nonsense for such a long period of time, but they can only do this for so long. This is horrible marketing, horrible pricing. This reeks of the PlayStation 3 era when they tried to drop the PlayStation 3 for like $600 day one, which would be like the equivalent of like $1,100 today with inflation. So yeah, they're so far wrong.
I just feel like it's so dumb.
Well, listen, unless and let's not pretend that they don't know what's taking place, right? So unless they know very well that the pro is not going to go ahead and make the numbers that they thought that, or that they were expecting, right? We saw them raise the price of their PlayStation 5 because the pro was coming out to kind of bridge that gap and not have the $700 seem that far off, right? But I mean, when you're thinking of the holidays, if the pro's not going to be selling, they need something to sell.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like the way that you lure people in. If you're not going to push the pro, you're going to have to push something else. I don't see that going having a sale when it just released, until they go ahead and say, okay, well, let's get rid of the fluff, reset this pisser tech that we have over here, and let's go ahead and make a cheaper version of it, like they did with the PlayStation 3. When it came out at $600, nobody was freaking looking its way, and they had to freaking go ahead and get rid of the fluff and kind of reconfigure the situation so that people will come in and buy it. So maybe that's what they're going to go ahead and do. And I don't know how fast they can turn around and do that. But at this point, this is like a state of emergency, right? If they're not going to go ahead and put out the money, and you got to give them something to lure them in. Also knowing that Xbox is gonna go ahead and come out, with some heavy sales when it comes to the holidays. Black Friday hits, they're coming in. They had the S for 150 last year. So to them, it's like it is what it is. We're just gonna keep on promoting our stuff. They're coming in with the bundles that they already have. Imagine how that's going to sell on Black Friday, the Fire Stick with the controller and Game Pass. That's also going to be a hot item this year.
Yeah.
So I think that if you didn't make the movement that you thought you were going to go ahead and make, in right now is not the time to go ahead and set up a cheaper version of this technology and put it out before the holidays hit. I think you got to come in and bend the knee and lower the price.
Okay, well, let me ask you guys this. Do you think, and because this is what I feel when seeing this, right? Because if you put out a powerful system, quote unquote powerful system that you're selling at a premium, right? Inherently, your PlayStation 5, the lower price one, is going to look that much more attractive, right? So you really don't need to do anything extra, right? Because you already have that lower price option. It feels to me like with this scenario where they're lowering the price so quickly of the regular PlayStation right after, like literally right after they released the Pro, like it's been like 5 days. Like how like it's been like
well, since it released, but not the pre-orders, right?
no,
So
not the
you
pre-order. So
also
since it
have
actually dropped,
that time, and you're like, okay, well, let's hold off and see if once the box actually drops, if people are gonna go ahead and pick it up in stores, if they're gonna say, okay, well, now it's out, let me go ahead and get rid of my PlayStation 5 and buy the Pro. Obviously, that's not taking place right now.
so do you like? I almost feel like this is them admitting defeat on the Pro. Like
Agreed.
they just know that people are not going to buy it at this point, and they're just like, you know what? We just got to treat this like the Pro doesn't exist. Whoever's going to buy it is going to buy it, and we're going to go ahead and do this. Or
Okay.
are we
okay.
are we setting up to see a price drop on the Pro already?
That would be one heck of a bad look on them having a and listen, we did say that they should have done this with Concord. Derek says PlayStation VR 2 sequel. We did see them go ahead. We said that they should have done this with Concord, kind of like get rid of the price or lower the price before you hit a wall with it. This will not that new tech that is so upscale, that is so bougie, that it's an honor to go ahead and be able to afford, as the developers want to go ahead and put it out there. That would be a horrible look. This would be a lot to make fun of if the Pro comes out on sale. I mean, get the thumbnail ready because we going in.
I think they're gonna have to wait at least a quarter before they drop the price on that PS5 Pro, because you're gonna get a lot of backlash from the day one adopters. If they paid, 800 plus, some people in different regions, they're paying 1,000 plus for a damn PS5
Yes.
Pro.
Somebody just wrote that in the chat. Matter of fact, that they are Illuminati was good, man.
Yo,
Yeah, John Bonzabi says the PS5 bail in Canada is with tax 1,056. That's without a
yes.
disk drive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So some people are paying a lot of money for this console, and for you to drop the price less than 90 days, after its release, I think would be a smack in the face to the early adopters. So I think they're going
I
to give
don't
it
think they care about smacking anybody in the face. I think the Hiroki is looking for that bag wherever he can find it, however he can find it. Honestly, I don't think that that's what they're going to do. Go ahead and drop the price, but I'm not sure that he cares about any Galloper's feelings, and I think the Gallopers should be aware of that. If anything you bought from the PlayStation Store, they will not be taken back. So at that point, I just hope that you bought it from Best Buy or somewhere like that you can go ahead and return it. But
Like Derek Skin
that's
Kiss did.
Derek.
Yeah. Yeah. So
True.
So I will tell you why
Oh.
I think real quick. I thought Farah was
No,
gonna
you're
hop
good.
back on. But I think that seeing this commercial or whatever this was that they put
Whatever
together
this was.
and having them show the PlayStation 5, not the Pro, shows you where they are, right? And that's why I leaned right into it being the pre-orders and the sales from the first week, that they weren't what they were expecting them to be. So I think that they're going back in and leaning in on that PlayStation 5. Again, that's why we saw it. And why wouldn't you put your newest box out there at the
Yeah.
end of that
I-
monstrosity that you put together and gathered up?
I agree. And I really feel bad for people who are real PlayStation fans and enthusiasts that bought that PS5 Pro, because I don't think there's going to be enough adopters for developers to waste their time on PSSR tech.
Agreed.
So them pisser games, like you're just going to turn it on, like people just turn on Unreal 5 and don't really, use the full feature set to like get the most out of the engine. It's gonna be the same thing with pisser. They're just gonna turn it on, but they're not gonna fine tune it to where you really get the maximum performance from it, and it's gonna be such a waste.
I think
Agreed.
that if if you're not out there trying to pretend that the Pro is something that it's not, and you made peace with the fact that you just want to have one regardless of what PlayStation does or not, then that's a whole different situation. I think they made everybody very aware that, we're here making old games, remasters, we're showing you old games with this new tech. So that's what you should expect moving forward. We can only go by what we see and that initial reaction. Everything else is just a band-aid to try to fix their narrative. So I think that we saw what we needed to see from them. And if you want to buy it and say, you know what, I'm okay with that, that's a whole different scenario. Then go ahead and enjoy. But buying it claiming that this is the newest, most amazing tech and that you're going to go ahead and get so many freaking first party games for PlayStation and that it runs like a freaking 4090 and potentially new technology that's never been seen before, that's where it goes sideways.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think I really don't think they're going to get a lot of traction for the Pro. I just don't think they're gonna. I don't see it happening. I think that it's going to be a minimal effort going
Aw.
forward. And I think at the end of the day, as much as there's excitement now, I think all these people who are so pumped for it right now and spending a lot of time glazing it are going to eventually become disappointed when they're not seeing anything substantially done from new games, right? Because as much as all these people are out here, you know, talking about these things, new games are not really on the list, right? Like they're not going too hard on what's new because what's new is not really doing anything, you know, special with it, right? I think that's going to be the name of the game. This whole idea of them dropping the price, I think it was Cullen Prime I saw in there saying that it's the holidays, prices are going to drop. That I understand, but we're not the Pro, right? So the Pro price would never drop unless they're in really like super bad shape. But even if they were in really bad shape, I don't think Sony will allow that to become the narrative, right? I think they rather just push their PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, instead of lowering the price of the Pro. That being said, all this is going to do is create more of a gap, which means less and less people are going to see the value in spending the extra money on a Pro, right? Like that's literally what it's going to do, right? So
At some
this is
point,
the
the price of the
problem.
Pro will drop. But
I
right
don't know.
now, they need to go ahead and kind of emphasize
Capitalize.
on what may work for them coming into the holidays. That's where they're expecting to get a nice big boost. They're expecting Astrobot to possibly pick up, see what Lego Horizons does for them moving forward, in what direction they're going to go ahead and take. Because again, the Lego games, if that's a hit, even if it's on Nintendo, that's how they're gonna go ahead and that's gonna dictate a lot of what they do. So they can't take they already know the Pro, that's a no. You can't go ahead and come in cocky with the 5. And if you're gonna go ahead and lower the price of one or the other, which one's to lower?
Well,
The 5.
this to me, this just feels like a holiday sale because we all thought that these consoles would get cheaper as time has gone on, but PlayStation has had the audacity to make them more expensive as time has gone on. So, I mean, they might be dumb enough. They might be dumb enough to raise the price on the Pro.
I mean, honestly,
Imagine.
it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy, but understand that is not out of the realm of
It's not.
possibility.
We've seen it several times this generation.
It's not. They can absolutely say, you know what? We're not getting a ton of sales, but there's still people who are going to want to pick up this console. So instead of getting the 7, let's raise it to 750 or 8. say that the economy, Trump won, so we had to change some thoughts, whatever. Like however they want to do it, right? They should they will most likely find a way, right, to try to excuse it.
If they couldn't push this box at 7, they will not push it at anything other unless they start making real games. And I mean real games, not any of this pussy ass shit they've been releasing. Pardon my language.
Well, the thing is,
Excusez-moi.
it's not the
Pardon
issue. The issue with real games is that they told these people that they had to make a whole
Oopsies.
bunch of games that they didn't know how to make or didn't want to make, I should say. And then they canceled half of them. So now, like, you hit the reset button. Like some of these games are year 1, year 2 in development. They're 3 years away. So, and it's not like PlayStation has 30 development studios. They got like what, about 16 of them?
Who has 16?
PlayStation? They got about 16.
PlayStation has 16 studios?
Yeah, the
That'd
develop.
be a shot to me. I can name like 5.
Well, a couple of them are due to live service games, like the Gran Turismo studio, the MLB The Show studio.
All right. Polyphony, San Diego.
And then you got Bend. They haven't made a game in a while. You got Media Molecule. You got Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, Insomniac,
Naughty Dog,
Gorilla,
Insomniacs, Gorilla, Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
That's 9.
Just off the top of my head,
Fairhaven, right? The people making Fairhaven.
Haven. That's another one. That's 10.
Haven. That's 10.
Blue Point. That's 11.
Oh yeah, Blue Point. Nixus.
Nixus is a port studio. That's not a development studio.
Isn't Blue Point kind of the same?
They're like a remake studio.
Same difference.
You got that little shitty studio that made Returnal.
Oh yeah, Housemarque. So that's 13.
Yeah.
Well, if you count Nixus, that's 13. All right, I guess you can get up to 16.
Yeah, so they got about 16, but 8 of them are working on live service games, and they canceled half. Oh, you got Bungie.
Oh yeah, 14. Forgot about them.
Yeah, but they're at about 16. But yeah, and half of their games got canceled. So yeah.
Who was the one making Twisted Metal? Oh, Fire Sprite. They own them too, right?
Yeah, I think Fire Sprite. They got closed.
Hearing all these names, right? All these studios, for them to have more than we even thought they had, and to still not be able to put games out there, man, it's worse. This makes it worse.
But the problem is that all these studios are an illusion, because all those studios don't make games that people care about in a major way. Like you only have like their main IP is what? Horizon, Ghost. I would say Last of Us, but I don't even know if they're even making that anymore. What, Days Gone doesn't count, so there's no IP there coming from them. What, Spider-Man, they don't even own that IP. So all that Marvel stuff that Insomniac doing, they're literally just they own a studio that outsources another IP.
Yeah, and they've owned Insomniac. They're getting close to owning Insomniac for a decade, and Insomniac has yet to release a new original IP for them.
Because they just they're stuck on that wheel, bro.
Yeah, it was
they're stuck in that hamster wheel.
They did Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, and now they're doing Wolverine and supposedly Spider-Man 3.
Well, remember Wolverine, that dude left to go work at Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Works on Perfect Dark now, and the Ratchet and Clank team, or the Ratchet and Clank design director or whatever, he's the one running the show now. Mm-hmm. How do you go from a studio that basically everybody got fired from, and you're like the last dude left, and they're like, yeah, go now, you're gonna lead, you led the game that killed off your studio because nobody bought it, and now you're gonna lead Wolverine? I don't know.
I mean, Insomniac felt like it was their best studio, and now it just feels like it's in disarray with the rest of everything.
Dude, so many people have left that studio. Like, so many people have left. Like, they're not happy there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're just not. They're not happy
Yeah.
there. They're not happy working there. Every time we saw somebody leave, they left to obviously now Microsoft is on that list.
Mhm.
But they left to CD Projekt Red, right, to go work on that game, Witcher, and they're just so happy. You know, you see the post they put up, like they're smiling from ear to ear, like they astrobotted the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's where they are, right?
Yeah, it's such an impact that they have to post out there, kind of like how miserable they were before these changes took place. And normally you kind of just leave and are happy to be out of that situation, and people don't necessarily say much, but man,
Yeah.
they're like,
So
we're free.
yeah, because I mean, Insomniac was quite literally their best studio, and I know some of the other studios were underperforming, but they decided to take that out on Insomniac. Like they started cutting jobs at Insomniac, like not giving bonuses to
Which
people
is
at
wild.
Insomniac. Yeah, like normally you leave those guys alone, and you address the other studios that are failing. But yeah, so yeah, well, weird
Agreed.
way of doing things over there.
100%. The homie Kate's Fielder, my dude. Thank you for being a member for several months, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says, baby, my company got absorbed by PlayStation. Let's buy a house. A month later, they're foreclosed and the bank owns their house. Oh my goodness.
That's a quick
That's
turnaround.
wild. That's wild. That's wild. Duke Togo says, CMoney and I are never gonna let go of the "it made me smile from ear to ear" comment. Never, never. That for a grown man. I'm not, you know what? Let me replace that. For an old man to say something like that is embarrassing. Okay. That is, you can't run out here and say something like that. That it had you grinning from ear to ear the entire time you were playing. That is 100% psycho. Okay. That's just, there's no other way around it. I don't care how good a game is. I love Halo with all my heart with gaming. Okay. That is,
He does.
it's my favorite thing in the world. And if you ever walked in and saw me playing that game, I'm not grinning ear from ear. Okay. I'm looking at the screen like a human and just enjoying the game in my mind. Okay. I don't need my face to be reacting because I'm playing a game. Now, if Doodle, baby, I'm gonna say it here in front of everybody. If you ever walk into a room and you see me playing a game, and for more than a few seconds you see me smiling, I need you to hit me. Throw a
Bet.
chocolata.
Got you.
So I
No
need
worries. You got,
to, somebody needs to
got you.
like wake me up, because that is grounds for
I got you.
being taken away. You know what I'm saying? Like locked up, straight jacket type
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm a little lost. Who was grinning from ear to ear?
Listen, I don't want to put, everybody knows. The chat will tell you. The chat will tell you.
Okay.
That, you know how, listen, sometimes saying the name will give people power. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes them like they're real. Right now they're like imaginary people.
RIP to Tony Tubb. It kind of like saying Candyman in the mirror.
Yes. Like they're not worth, talking about. Duke knows who it is. Duke, tell him. I don't want to say the name, but it's this is just what it is. This is what, so you didn't even know that that's a real human person who said something like that. You thought we were just you thought this was just jokes and games.
No, I started catching on, but I was like, who did this?
Oh my gosh. It's embarrassing. Like don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. I'll tell you after the show. After the show.
Cool.
I don't think he wants to write it either. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, it's just look, it just is what it is, man. They're obviously scrambling, right? They're obviously scrambling. They made a whole video just to get people to buy the console, but instead of showing you games that you would have fun playing, they showed you a bunch of people running outside, bouncing, doing things that you can't do, right? In real life. Nobody's bouncing on awnings. Okay, like that's just not a
That's the
safe thing to
thing
do.
that I can only imagine this taking place like in their mind, right? So
they're all on the good stuff, is what you're saying.
on that pony powder,
on that
apparently.
smack.
On that
Got it. You
You
can't
gotta-
say no gallopers.
damn it.
Galloper powder.
Galloper powder.
They're gonna think
you
you're
go.
now drugging these animals.
Do you have a do you have a Galloper powder bunny button that we can't hear?
Right.
Oh. Listen, I'm gonna cheer for that one. You can't hear it, but I can.
It is mine.
It's not in my mind. It's real. I can hear it. It's real. It's real. I promise. It's real.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh man. All right, let me see. Killer Crenshaw says your live keeps buffering Xbox and phone.
What's up, Killer?
It says I have excellent stream status
Oh,
and that my
damn.
stream is healthy. So maybe check your router or check your internet. Maybe it's not doing
Maybe
well.
YouTube's bugging a little
Maybe
bit.
YouTube is just doing what they do. You know, the gallopers are everywhere. I'm telling you, I'm convinced. There's no way. I never heard anybody come out here and say that YouTube went ahead and hit them for animal abuse. We're talking about gallopers, bro. Like, that's not real. That's crazy. Can't believe that. That's all I meant. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh my god. But they're like, it's not like you could just talk to somebody. Like, they don't, like, these messages come from wherever they come from, and you just don't know. So it is what it is. But that's the situation.
From the barn.
I know, right? The homie RC Polygons,
what's
my
good?
dude. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $5 super chat.
Thank you.
Says, honest question.
Yes.
What is the difference between Xbox laying off people and PlayStation firing people? Are they both in a similar situation besides size difference? Yes, they're very different situations. When you are PlayStation, they're firing people because they can't afford it. So they got to get rid of these people because they're not doing enough to bring in, right? So what they're doing is not bringing in, and they can't justify the cost, and they can't afford to keep them even if they wanted to. Xbox doesn't really like lay people off outside of like when they need to, right? But it's not for dollars, it's for the health. It's a weird thing because when you hear it both, it ultimately bears down to the same thing. The big difference being one person doesn't need to do it to survive, the other one does. Right,
So,
it's the money that's the bigger thing.
So I think there is a difference, right? When you're going ahead and your Xbox is laying people off, like for example, when it comes to that merger with ABK, obviously, you know, there are
redundancies,
people exactly
stuff like
that you may not need. Also, when you're talking about laying people off, we hear about packages, right? And people being kind of set with insurance and everything else.
That was the
X
other thing I was
amount
going
of
to say is
time,
how
right?
it happens
But
is
when
also
you're
different.
talking about PlayStation firing people, yes, not only can they no longer afford them, but you haven't necessarily heard anything about any, or we're going to go ahead and make sure that their families are all right, or like we're going to go ahead and make sure that they have their packages and their checks are coming in, whatever the situation may be. If anything, the first time when it happened, that was a big deal with Bungie that no one was expecting it. They went ahead and did a loop around to make sure that they don't have to go ahead and pay for their insurance for an extra month. So they did it on a day where like there was a cutoff or something like that. So they've been doing sneaky things like this that are not put out there necessarily for people to really, really see. But that's the main difference between the two.
Yeah. Because I would say with like when you look at the Xbox layoffs that we've heard that have made the news and specific to like ZeniMax, that was more of when you look at Tango, they had a loss of leadership and they weren't able to replace that leadership. And then same thing happened with Arcane Austin. A lot of the people kind of left that studio as Redfall was coming to a close. So it was almost like a shell of a studio. They had to close it down. But everything else they absorbed into other studios in ZeniMax. And then with Activision Blizzard King, Activision hired so many extra employees to get the acquisition over the hump, that once the acquisition was over, there was a natural amount of people that are going to be laid off as a result of that. Sucks, but that's just kind of how that goes. Whereas PlayStation has had multiple failures that has forced them to kind of lay off staff to make up the difference of those failures. They haven't had a hit in quite a long time, and it's kind of been hurting them. And they just blew $400 million on a game that only lasted 12 days. So it's, they got to kind of, they have some things that they have to fix inside of PlayStation. Whereas Xbox is kind of reorganizing and reshuffling things so that they can run most optimally.
Agreed. Now let me get my boy. Where is he over here? John Griffin. I noticed you, bro. Come down. I've noticed you, man. It's just sometimes he's like, this is the list, man. Sometimes I don't get there, but I'm down here. I see it. Says CMoney, you're
We love you,
forgetting
Gun
of the
Griffin.
you're the homie, bro. You're the homie.
Right, you are. You're awesome, bro. I saw
Says
that message.
Gun Griffin says, CMoney, you're forgetting of those 16 studios, only 4 are fully staffed. Most are skeleton crews of 12 or less people due to massive cuts over the years. I mean, we definitely seen the layoffs come from these studios, so I definitely get that 100%. Especially like Bungie. Like Bungie is just I mean, they have a lot of people. That's what's crazy. They have a lot of people, and it's still like just like a shell of who they were. Like they're like a corpse that's still walking around. Like it's a problem over there. But I do agree. You ain't lying. I do see Gargoons. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. It says Game Pass is the king of online gaming subscriptions.
Absolutely.
Yes. Has certainly become that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, hold on. Discord. I sent. All right, Razor Ultra says check Discord. Hold on one second. Let's see. You get a Discord drop, you never know what it could be. Yeah, you never know what it can be.
Sure, it's
all right,
Galloper related.
It's most likely Galloper related. Oh, yo, why do I stay being right? Crazy.
Can we? There
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Let me take a chapter on this because this is going to be titled CMoney is always right.
Oh, wow.
bro.
Okay. You're lucky I can't see.
Oh, you can't see those words because it's tiny.
Yes.
Okay, let me take my chapter first because I gotta. I'm about to hit this real good. Yes, I said that. Man, I'm too good. I'm too good. Too good. That's the way it is. All right, you can't read it, and I don't know how to make it bigger. Nope. Nope.
I know.
Nope. Alan Freedy, which is Idle Sloth, says looks like South of Midnight may release around April 30th, 2025. That is when the game art and music box set is releasing. Interesting. Did I not say April?
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? Did I? The question was not. The question was not. Will we see? I said. All right.
What is it? I'm sorry. I apologize. Was that Phil? I can't see.
It's the official South of Midnight art and box set is releasing on April 30th, 2025.
See money.
Okay, but you can use my eyes that I'm looking for you. Okay.
Thank you. But yes, but the art book and the music box, you said, right?
Yeah.
The music box set. The box set.
That doesn't mean that's maybe that's when it's
okay. Thank
out.
you.
We'll see.
Appreciate it. I'm just saying,
You're
I'll be
like
right.
It's Bible.
Yeah, all no, it is Bible. Okay,
Come on.
It's Bible. Listen,
right.
I'm gonna Razor Ultron. Thank you. Wait, no, where'd he go? He says, CMoney, You didn't do. No, I'm not reading that. No deal. All right, leave me alone. Don't be saying things like that. Don't be saying things like that, bro. Oh my god. I don't know how to make. I don't know how to enlarge the font. I gotta learn how I talk because I can't be saying the crazy stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, okay. Look at it. It was that easy, guys.
Okay, there we go.
All right. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, only 1,000 copies available?
No, only the
and signed by yes.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, show
think,
more. Click show more. Oh, you can't. Okay, hold on. Never
This is
mind.
not an actual.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's only 1,000 signed copies. I think they'll sell more than 1,000.
Yeah,
the
like
link,
meaning
see.
I sent the Twitter
The
link
ones are signed.
on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm gonna want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where'd you send it on Discord?
Who was it? Was someone in the chat was just saying that they need the soundtrack like ASAP.
Oh, you'll get it by April 30th, it looks like.
All right, hold on. I gotta find this. She said, get the link. Okay. Do this. Let me get the link because I couldn't find it. I thought April 30th. I'm telling you. Tell me,
Okay, Spartan.
Was I telling the truth or was I telling the truth? I was. I knew it. I felt it. You guys just got to start accepting it now. Okay. All right. I'm actually here now. There we go. Bam. This is the actual tweets. Okay. Boom. Expected to ship April 30th. This may be close to the release date. No, that's going to be right there.
When is it available for pre-order? Does it say?
I don't know, but I want it. That music is. Oh, it's gonna have the vinyl too.
Okay.
Oh snap! Look at it. That looks dope.
We can't see what you're seeing. CMoney, you didn't
Yes,
bring
you
us
can.
into it.
So this whole time you haven't seen anything.
It's where the button stuff is.
Oh no!
There we go. Now we can see it.
Bless you, baby. God bless you.
Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. I had this whole discussion with thinking that you can see what I can see, but you couldn't. So this is the actual image of everything. I want this.
I like the comic book.
Yeah, the comic book, everything. I want those vinyls.
Fridge magnet.
This is sick. What is that? What is that?
Metal plate.
Is that like a Kosh Cabaret signing artwork on a metal plate. Yeah, that's that little thing. But what's that square? That says South of Midnight in the blue.
Oh, that's probably like the case.
The box
where you keep it. Yeah. Yes, the case.
The box for the vinyl. Yeah.
Man, that's sick.
That's pretty dope.
Sick.
That's pretty dope.
Me likey.
Oh, they got the little gold accents on the edge of the books pages. That's a nice touch.
Oh, that is a nice touch.
Yeah, I love that. Like the frame. That's awesome.
So, all right. So technically, we have the leaked release date.
Don't leak it out to anybody else inside this chat if you want to be one of them 1,000.
Well, I got to get that ASAP.
Yeah.
So, but remember, I want you all to live this moment with me. CMoney was right.
Okay? Go one more time.
I'm just saying.
One more time.
You might have to make this a YouTube short. CMoney was right.
You know what? We're gonna. You see that? Thank you.
All right.
CMoney was right.
We'll do a before and after.
Crash 0411. What's up, man?
What's good, love?
Also Gomez says, CMoney, let him know on God.
On God.
On God. Oh, Cassia. Look at Cassia. Homie, thank you for being here.
What's up?
Has a nice public service announcement. Says everyone hit that like button for the first family of gaming.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you so much, Cassia.
Yes, hit the like, share the link if you can.
Hit that like button.
And listen.
Be cool. Don't be uncool.
Exactly. Go ahead.
You know what's funny? We completely forgot,
What?
and
Tell.
I'm gonna forget, so I'm gonna say it now.
Go ahead.
We're gonna say it now because I will forget. We wanted to say in the beginning of the show, which was the plan, and then I
Say it on
completely forgot.
Thursdays, beginning of the show. But yeah,
Okay, but we're gonna say it now too for
go
everybody who's
ahead.
here. Just so you know, our boy Madman
My baby.
is officially taking over our like socials. You know what I'm saying? So like on point on Twitter, on point on the other places that we are, TikToks and such in the world. So Madman has been doing the YouTube polls, right? Forever. So he does all our YouTube like polls and stuff, but he's now taking over the other stuff because you know he's going to school for marketing in college. It's gonna be cool. So
Business, yeah.
he's gonna be doing that. So if you ever see any of his stuff, you know, say what's up to the homie.
Yes. Thank you guys. My
We
Shout
wanted
out
to
to
say at the
Madman.
beginning of the show, but I forgot. Yes, shout out to Madman out here doing good stuff.
my baby.
So
Shout out to Madman. He's awesome.
Rated Blade, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother.
Rated
Says
Blade.
CMoney, I totally understand why you're like King David. You both call it. I know why, because you are businessmen and always look from a point of business. Pony can never understand they lack brain cells. That very much
Yes,
might be
I
the
feel
reason
like,
why.
you know, that needs to be framed somewhere.
Facts. Facts. Absolutely. No, it's true. It's because you know people. You got to look at it for the like what's logical, right? It's like business is all logic. Like this, like a lot of the stuff is just makes sense. But I'm excited. April is great. You know, we'll have February, then March free, then April. Let me get this beauty. Oh man, I love this. This I want. This is really
It's the
Ryan, you already
perfect.
knew that it couldn't have been you. He says, "Oh, sweet, I've seen the expos." See, he knew
Yeah.
right away that it was
yeah,
him.
that's
Yeah.
him. That's
Yeah.
him. So he's out here. So it's on the on point for so like my CMoney and her Doodle, that's us, but the on point for gamer, you know, Twitter and everywhere else that you see on point for gamers, that's him. He's out in these streets
If you guys are on
doing the right
Twitter,
thing.
give it a follow. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, do the right thing, guys. Do the right thing. Meet the Cheetah says CMoney was right. Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
There we go. Let's keep him grounded. Break them
Nope.
legs. Break them.
Nope. As it is right now, I'm officially correct. Okay. So yes, I'm happy for this. I really want this. I see Amit. He was like, it's so tempting. Do it. After I do it though.
Oh,
Okay?
thank you.
Oh, Gargoons. Oh, I was about to collect the same thing. Congrats on the
Thank
growth,
you.
the growth of the channel. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Appreciate you, homie.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Crash Zero says, is South of Midnight going to be a physical release? That's a good question. I don't know, but this box set leads me to believe that there's a chance.
They might do like a limited run games type thing, but
Maybe.
Ooh, that'll be dope. See, but how can I feel like they would have just done like a collector's edition.
yeah, that's why I said it might be a
That would
limited
have
run
came
games.
with all of this potentially. So I don't know.
Hmm.
That's a good question. I feel like they do need to go ahead and make some collector's edition. Like I know they're making the Indiana Jones. I hoped it was a different type of collector's edition than the Globe. But you know, something like South of Midnight, feel like they missed such an opportunity with Hellblade 2 to go ahead and make a fantastic statue or something like that. I feel like they need to get a little bit more involved with that. Maybe it's a little simpler not to have to deal with that, though. But they did it for Starfield. They're doing it for Indiana Jones. So, Stalker 2 is going to have a collector's,
Well,
actually multiple collector's edition.
I was gonna say the difference with ZeniMax. Difference is that ZeniMax and being at they're technically still their own publisher arm. They've always done like little collector's editions. We haven't really seen that from the Xbox Game Studios side of the house too much. So that might be.
Yeah. I mean, PlayStation has come out with some good collector's editions. The Horizon Forbidden West one is crazy. That big
Oh, the
ass
presentation
elephant.
was insane. It was
Yeah.
one
I
of the
love
craziest ones
statues.
to
Like
open.
obviously, what you guys don't see is that the rest of this room is statues everywhere. So I've always loved statues. So they've, I appreciate a good collector's edition, man. Like you can get me to buy a game that I don't really care about. For instance, we have the Batman, not Batman. I love Batman, but the Gotham
Yes.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights. Yep. We have the collector's edition. Did I want the game like that? No. But the collector's edition was fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's a statue. I look at it like we just paying for the statue. The game is
it's just a
there.
bonus.
Fark, you in the building. What's up, man?
Yo. The what's that game that everybody was hating on? The PlayStation collector's edition was that actor. Damn, why am I blanking out? Josh something. Callisto Protocol.
That
collector's
was a
was
good
also
one.
pretty dope. The Resident Evil one was pretty cool too. I got it from Madman because he loves those games. But yeah, sometimes you just want and at times when they make different ones, it's like it's also just options or what did you oh my god, Farq, if you wait till you guys see what Farq did.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Pharaoh, are you there?
Oh, I mean, what happened?
You ready? You're not
Yeah.
ready. You ready?
All right.
In celebration of South of Midnight, Farq has done some amazing artwork.
God.
Oh man.
You got got. You got by
Oh,
Farq.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Goodness gracious. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Farq, you got me.
Got you real good. That's a great picture.
That was good. That was good.
When you come on the show, I'm gonna start using this as for our thumbnail.
Oh, please don't.
I got unless Farq makes another one that works. I gotta use this for the thumbnails.
See you next Tuesday.
Hey, look at Friday's show. Is see Demo Flow as the little from Harry Potter, the little troll. And we got Hargeet as the red Concord dude.
It's hilarious.
Farq knows what is what. So don't worry, we'll be prepared next time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Farq. Appreciate your
that's real good.
Your service.
That's real good.
By the way, I think
Tino says that looks identical.
Oh my god. Look at Il Ray.
And you know what's funny? There was a phase in my life where I had long hair.
Just take it. Show your wife. Yeah, look, babe.
He's like, you know,
I'm thinking of growing it back out. This look good. Oh man, pragmatic ego. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro.
You have something in the Buster send us something. I want you to check it out. It's in on Twitter, on X. Check it out.
Is it?
Yes. Now that you're in there.
Oh, that thing. I saw it. The this is just unnecessary. Like, what is it? Why?
That was wild.
Why?
That was wild.
Free PlayStation 5 console when spending $1,800 or more on jewelry at Hellsberg.com. Interesting. In store only. So I would buy a PlayStation 5. I'm sorry, I would buy jewelry from Hellsberg to get PlayStation 5 console. That's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? That's just unnecessary. And I don't think I want to leave this picture quite yet. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
For the rest of the show, you know?
$1,700 for a non PS5 Pro. Well,
Yeah,
you are
they
getting a
don't.
piece of
They're
jewelry.
pushing. They're literally pushing
pushing the
anything
5,
other than the
bro.
Pro. It's ridiculous. The homie Demo Flow Gaming, my dude. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for
Yo,
that. Being a
Demo
member
in
for
the
8
house.
months, man. Appreciate you, fam.
Bro, thank
Says
you so
hit
much.
the like button.
Thank you.
South of Midnight looks incredible.
It
Also,
does.
port begging gallopers are so pathetic. Give them some new glizzies. Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh. Yes, we need new ones.
Oh, I
We
think
need
he
new
sent it
ones.
to me.
You gotta
I
save
don't
it.
know where it is. I gotta find a way to get it off of the off of there. You think where is it? Is it on our is it on our Twitter?
It probably is.
South of Pharaoh.
See if
Somewhere
I
in
can.
there.
South of Pharaoh. Let me see if the picture comes up. Man, I don't know how long ago. Damn it. I should have saved it. Did you send it to me? Is it in Twitter? Oh man, that's just gone, bro. Gone with the wind. Gone with the wind. Oh, but there's always this one.
Oh my God, this
Oh,
one
that
gets
just happened.
me
It
every
just
time.
it
It's
just
not
disappeared.
showing?
It disappeared. All right. It's trying to tell me to stop trying too hard. Okay. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Demo Flow
Shout out to Demo, the homie. Appreciate
Sure,
you,
Demo.
man. Appreciate you.
and baby Demo Flow and Mama Flow.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's right. Oh my goodness. CMoney pre-orders are live now. I just ordered it.
Wait, what?
The South of Midnight.
No.
Okay. Well, I gotta handle that. That for sure. I
Go
want
ahead.
South of Midnight
Yes,
is gonna be
please.
that's gonna be special to me. So Gargoons. This is or is it Gargle Once?
Oh, tell
Gargoons
us
or Gargle Once?
so we
Let me
don't
know.
butcher the name.
And is that
please.
Phil Spencer?
I feel
that
like it
picture?
is. Hold on. Let me zoom in.
I think that's Phil Spencer.
It's a dope profile picture, but I think it's Phil, right?
Billy Phil?
It's not clear enough when I zoom in.
Yeah, I could see it. That's Phil, bro. That's Phil. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Gargoons. Okay, Gargoons. All right, cool. I'll remember that, or I'll try to. What the? I just took it away.
Common.
Gargoon says, "It's crazy how many pro enhanced games run sub 60 when the entire machine was based on having a locked 60 FPS. It's an embarrassment." Gargoons, you ain't lying, fam. You ain't lying. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. It's literally like the whole entire thing was the idea was supposed to be to combine the frame rate mode with the quality mode, and then you don't have to choose, but you still have the same exact choice. It's just
actually
identical.
Apparently it's a lot worse. I have a buddy who has a PS5 Pro, and apparently it's like they give, instead of like having like just like fidelity or performance mode, it's kind of like you kind of tune it a little bit. Like they have like a bunch of different modes now, so you kind of like have to figure out which mode
what suits each game best. Oh, that's yeah.
So it's not like it's not just 2 modes anymore. It's like several.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it became even more complex than it was.
Yeah.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, they get what they get, you know. What's that saying that we say to the kids? You get what you get and you don't complain? No, there's like a rhyme. What is it? There's like a rhyme to it. Remember? Like when you're handing something to them, right? Isn't there something? Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Something like that. You guys have heard this say. I'm not crazy, right? The saying exists, right? Somebody get
just like those claps that we've been hearing, you know.
I'm gonna hear them again for myself.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
It's like a pep boost. You guys can't hear it, but I can hear it. Listen, this is. Oh, okay. You know what? I think we're good. I think this is a great place to end it. This picture, that will be on our thumbnail. We might just put this picture permanently on our thumbnail for the Tuesday night.
I'm digging
just
it.
like as a background. I think it
Yes.
works really good.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. No, guys. I think we're good, man. I think we
Guys, thank
I
you
think
for
we nailed it.
rocking
We
out
had
with
some
us.
fun.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna call it here. Thank you.
Oh,
Wait, we
crap.
can't. FARQ's back again. Let's see.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
this is the money shot. This is the money shot.
Let's see.
That's you. It's perfect.
Yeah. It's really good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's perfection.
God. Fuck you, you
Perfection.
wildin'.
Yeah. Lots of good thumbnails on the way, huh?
Oh, I missed this. Sorry, right? You are gamer, my dude. Thank you, brother, for
Let's
being here, man. Thank you
go.
for that $2 super chat. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Says you will have to do TikTok dances for marketing CMoney. Definitely not. What is this?
I feel like eventually we could talk him into it. I'm saying, wouldn't be so bad, see. I'll help you through it.
No, thank you. Appreciate
Listen,
it.
right, you are send us some more examples
Oh,
of
no.
TikTok
Leave me alone.
dances.
Leave me alone. Pragmatic says, them braids are crispy though. Can't lie about that. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh,
All
man.
right, guys. Again, thank y'all so much for rocking
Guys,
with
thank
us,
you.
man. We appreciate you. So thank you for being here, man. Shout out to everyone who supports us over on YouTube and Patreon as members. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
We are going to
guys.
shout out our YouTube elite members, the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, and Spoon Man. We appreciate you guys. And of course, our inner circle members. You got the homie Big Migs Gaming and the homie Culture the Canuck. Thank you guys so much for supporting us at those higher tiers, man. We really do appreciate it. And of course, everyone who's super chatted here today, thank you so much. Very kind of you. We really appreciate it. And the homie Mash for going ahead and gifting 10 on point for gamer memberships. We thank you, my friend. And shout out to all the new members. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who's here rocking with us live in the building, man. We appreciate y'all. We know there's plenty of places you could be, but you're rocking with us, and that means a lot. So thank you. Remember, we will be back.
Yes.
Tuesday's today. I lied. Today is Tuesday. We will be back on Thursday night with the On Point Gaming podcast. I'm excited to see what news we're gonna have for that show. But listen, keep it locked here. We'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Keep a lookout. We're gonna have videos going out. Check a lookout on Twitter. You got Madman in charge now, so he's gonna be putting up a whole bunch of stuff all the time. So the youth, they're into it. They got the skills to do it. He does. He's really good.
He's so good.
But with that, we have the homie Farrell. Thank you so much, man, for rocking out with us. We appreciate you being here, man. Why don't you go ahead and drop your link? Tell everybody where to find you, man.
Yes.
You guys can find me on Mondays on YouTube, Vitamin G Podcast. I'll drop the link in the chat. We rock out every Monday, 9 p.m. EST. And you guys are more than welcome to rock out with us. It's a great time. Love to see some of you guys out there. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Let me
nice.
Awesome.
Where'd you put it?
I'm about to drop it in right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Yes, please do go check him out, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Subscribe to this homie. He comes out, rocks with us, gives us time. He's an awesome dude. Check him out. Check out his podcast Monday nights. It's a fun time. Even if you can't watch it live, go hit it on the replay. I'm saying. So support this dude. Appreciate you guys. Thank you all again, man. It means a lot to us, you rocking out with us. So thank you. And Doodle.
Yes.
We're gonna end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.